Two, one. Hello, everybody. It feels like fucking forever, and now I think we're on like episode 6 of this.
Yeah, I don't know. I've lost count. It's been
It's
a while.
it's been a long time, which
We've
is
had
kind of
a
weird
couple
considering
weeks
we
of
still haven't.
hiatus.
I mean, that's kind of well, it's not really our fault. It's just summer's gonna summer, you know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So apparently, my co-commentator has decided to get into the Resident Evil series. So hey, we finally got a topic to talk about.
I've been into the Resident Evil franchise. I just have never bothered to like go do all of it. So like when I do play it, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, this is super cool. This is super fun. And then like something in my life distracts me, and so I never finish like the ones that are good. But yeah, Steam Summer Sale, I decided to pick up, and a lot of them I watched too. Like I haven't like played them. I've beaten 5 like twice, I think.
Oh yeah,
And
should
I've
we
beaten
should we
6
dock into
once.
Citadel for the first thing we do? I think we might have left
We
it.
might have just been there because of the fact that like you went to the map and it's immediately dock at the Citadel screen.
Okay, well, let's see what else we got. We got Dr. Bryson and go to Dock 42.
Oh no, we must have came here to do that stuff because we have shit to do there. Dr. Bryson, I think, is one of the DLCs. I don't remember what Dock 42 is.
Okay, so we got
Anything with a
Quarians,
blinking spot is a thing we have to do. Quarians is the main story
Cerberus
quest.
Fighter Base,
Yeah, I don't remember what that is.
finding Cerberus Science and an
I
Asari
think
colony.
that might be a scan thing. Investigate the Asari colony. I'm almost positive is a scan thing.
Well, I mean, if we could start out doing something boring, at least we could talk about Resident Evil.
Yeah, so I finished watching Magnet Muscles and his former friend, I think is the situation, because it was Best Friends Plays was like the channel. It was Matt McMuscles
Yes.
was on that channel before. I don't know the full story of what happened with them because I didn't find the channel until it was dead. When I was like,
Oh,
Matt
that's a shame.
McMuscles loves Resident Evil. He must have played 7. And then I was like, wait, why is there not a 7 playthrough on his thing? And so I was like, he totally had to have done a playthrough of 7. And I found it. It was just on a different channel.
It reminds me of when I first found Retsupre, and it was about like 2 years before they fucking keeled over. I don't even know why they ended it. I never figured that out.
But yeah, so I watched their playthrough of it. And so now I've gotten to see 7. And yeah, the Baker family stuff of it is definitely the best part of it.
No, apparently
But
this
I
is a
still
full
liked-
deal mission.
Oh, is this the Asari colony one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're picking people, so yeah, we must be landing there to do something.
Let's bring the cat fight with us.
Okay.
So yeah, you
We
just
got Kaden. Like, Kaden's one of the last things we did. Like, I don't think we've used Kaden yet in this game.
So yeah, we were discussing Biohazard specifically because I remember the second half was definitely it didn't really crash into the ground, but it definitely crashed after you got away from Mr. Baker.
Overall, game was great, in my opinion. Like, even that later part was still good. I thought the part where you play as Mia was kind of cool. Like, right after you get
wasn't
away
that
from Jack.
wasn't that the giant ship puzzle?
Yeah, so like
Oh,
what
yeah,
happens
yeah.
is you defeat Jack, which feels like the actual final boss, because as we stated, the final boss of that game's not really a final boss. And then
It's kinda sorta.
you heal then you pick the girl you want to heal, and I like googled what happens if you choose to heal Zoe.
Boo.
She fucking dies 2 seconds later, and it literally like you get the story but less of it. And so it's like, okay, you should just always save Mia. And then they made a DLC that's like, yep, canonically you saved Mia. So,
Lame.
you know. Well, I'm gonna go watch an entire other person's playthrough to find out what happens to Zoe.
I think I know I didn't save the girlfriend at the end. I chose the person who was helping you along because I figured at that
Zoe.
point she was like, she was helping you out and putting her life at risk. I mean, she kind of deserved it a bit more, so I was like, fuck my girlfriend.
The whole reason Ethan came there was to save his girlfriend, or was it his girlfriend or his wife? I think it's his wife.
I think it was either girlfriend or fiance. I don't think they were married yet.
Well, they're married come 8, so...
Yes, they are. Did you see the intro for 8? Because that's fucking hilarious.
Yes, so I started watching Matt McMuscle's playthrough of 8.
It's so
but I'm not
fucking
very far
stupid
into
that
it.
it's amazing. Where
Yeah,
the thing, it's so badly paced that the first thing that happens is, oh, you established that Mia and you had a kid, and then you put the kid to sleep, and then she gets fucking owned in the face, and I was laughing.
That's like the last thing because I watched. He's like in the village and he just met the old witch lady for like the first time or something.
I don't
like,
get her whole deal. It's very odd with her.
Well, I have to watch more of that game before we can really talk about that one. I just only saw like the opening shit.
Yeah, the last thing that I did was
Triss is apparently evil, and
I just got to
probably under brain control.
I just got to Heisenberg's factory. Was the last thing I did.
Yeah, so I don't even know what that is. So, I'm not very far at all. Like he's got a pistol, and that's like it.
Oh yeah,
he got a shotgun. I think he got a shotgun.
Oh yeah, speaking of fucking badly paced.
Oh, and it's like super reminiscent of 4's beginning.
Oh, definitely. it's
like,
fucking trying to redo 4 and it's not doing it as well.
I thought it was doing it fine. I'm told
it's gonna
Matt
be hard.
Matt was discussing it in the video because he said what people were telling him. He said the game like starts off as like a homage to 4, or at least parts of it are like reminiscent of 4, and it's like kind of cool. But then it starts to do its own thing and drifts away from the 4 stuff it kind of starts with.
I would say it's a mixture. It's definitely the homage to 4 is definitely a through line through most of the thing, but there's also kind of a bunch of other ideas thrown in from Resident Evils, and I think even a little bit of the original Silent Hill, to be honest. I was getting a little bit of feeling of that. So it's kind of like a mishmash of things, but they're putting their new spin on it, but you can definitely see that they're trying to recreate 4. And the problem with trying to recreate 4 is that 4 is a goddamn masterpiece. So
most people consider 4 the best one.
Yeah, 4 would probably a bigger set of the audience would say that it's probably the best. I'm never going to say that, it's 100% guarantee because there's always outliers.
Sure. I'm just saying most. I was gonna say personally, like I've played 4 up until you save Ashley. I think Ashley is gonna be a super big annoyance to 4. Like it'll be fine, but also it's escort mission the entire rest of the way, or at least a good chunk of the rest of the way. Like I don't know, I haven't beaten it, but
there's decent chunks where it's escort quests. But to be fair, in the grand scheme of escort quests, it's probably one of the least annoying one because you just throw it in a trash can.
Yeah.
Throw her in a trash can.
So like I want with that game, like I think I'll end up liking 2 probably better myself.
Well, it depends if you like the horror aspect or the action aspect because they're trying to do different things.
I think I like more of the horror aspect stuff when it comes to the Resident Evil. Like I definitely loved 7 way more than any of the other ones I ever played. And
really?
remember the only ones I've played to completion are 5 and 6.
Okay, how do we fix this elevator nonsense?
What are you having trouble with?
Well, apparently the elevator's broke. So I need to figure out how to do it. Oh, I just jump across.
Yeah, jump across there.
I had this problem a couple of times with Village, was like, I would get stuck, but I would get stuck in like one room, and I'd be like, it's one room. I have to be able to figure this out pretty much instantly.
But yeah, let's,
they hung the key on the wall and didn't highlight it at all, so I was just fucking around forever.
But yeah, rather than talk about Village, because I haven't really seen, I've only seen like 20 minutes of it, let's talk about 7. So,
sure.
I really enjoyed the stuff with the bakers, like the beginning stuff.
That's the best part.
Right, and it is, hands down, the best part. Lucas makes for like an interesting villain.
Yes, he does. Especially for the DLC that featured him was really good.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he gets away. They're kind
of
he didn't thread standing like
he didn't get away. He got killed.
Well, he gets away in the main game.
Well, yeah, but then
you never fight him. You never fight him as Ethan.
Yeah, but then you track him down and then kill him.
Yeah. In the DLC, but in the main game, I remember he like gets away. So it's like,
yes, he does.
Or he like you never like actually encounter him because he puts you in the death trap, and then you're like, okay, cool. And then when you solve the death trap, you end up fighting Jack.
Oh crap! A dead body. What? Who would
Oh
have
yeah, I
guessed?
think this introduces a new enemy type in this
This
mission.
was the commando's captain.
Have fun with
It
it.
seems they gave their lives fighting the
Wow, not only is this a full mission, it's an interesting mission. It's the exact opposite of the first thing I wanted to do. Oh yeah, they're introducing the Arda Yakshi, which is a thing I
Yeah, this was an
remember hearing once.
Ardak-Yakshi monastery.
Did they mention that in 2? Was that something that Serena was involved with?
Yes, Samara's daughters are all Ardak-Yakshi.
Oh, that's what it is.
And Morith, the daughter you were hunting down, was an Ardak-Yakshi on the run.
I thought they said there were only like 3 or 50 of these guys in the universe.
There's very few of them. I believe Samara said there was. I don't fully remember. I'm pretty sure she said there's only 3 before you killed Morith. She said there was only 3, and that she has 3 daughters, and she was implying that.
Okay, that's what it was.
All the Ardak-Yakshi that exist are my daughters. Now, I don't know.
Very unfortunate.
As of this game, I don't know if they kind of retconned that or not, because I don't remember. I don't remember if there's like a new enemy you're gonna meet in this mission, and I don't remember if that enemy is canonically considered always an Ardak-Yakshi or just an Asari. Because we fought. What did Reapers do when they get humans? What do Reapers do when they get Turians? What do Reapers do when they get Rachni? Like we fought all that stuff. So this mission's gonna introduce what is the fucking happens when they get.
Oh my god! It's a turned it's Samara and a turned trash person. Damn it! What are they gonna be like? They're gonna turn into giant Resident Evil creatures. Oh yeah, and the whole. And the thing that everyone called about Countess Dimitrescu exactly happened. She turns into a giant fuck-off monster, which is completely unsexy, which everyone called when everyone was falling over them.
Resident Evil game ever.
Yeah, but then everyone was trying to do like the counter meme where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna love her anyway, even if she is a giant monster." I'm like, "Fuck off! No, you're not."
Like Quailig. It's like Quailig. You love the upper half. You don't look at the lower half.
The lower half's kind of in your face, though, is kind of the problem.
Yeah, I mean, you just ignore it.
So the other thing that we were gonna eventually get around to was kind of discussing that it crashes once you get onto the ship because Resident Evil's trying to do that thing where in 5 they completely killed off the Umbrella Corporation and their main villain, so they have to constantly try and set up a different one to replace it. But the problem with Resident Evil is that over and over again they try to do that. But in the same game they're introducing it, they also kill them off anyway, so they're not actually establishing anything, which they've done like 3 times at this point.
They establish, in 7, they establish the new enemy. You never meet them, right? Because they're all dead.
Which kind of makes it hard to justify them as a threat because you never see them.
It's like setting up for the next game, in my opinion, at that point, right? And I assume there's connections in 8 because the villains are called the Connections.
I've never heard that before, but all I know is that Chris Redfield is the one that owned Mia in the face, so I don't know what's happening yet.
I don't know if Ethan ever truly learns it, but we know as the player from getting to play as Mia during the ship part, although if you picked Zoe, you might not have gotten to do that, because according to the internet, if you pick Zoe, the next cutscene Zoe dies in, and then you just do the rest of the game as Ethan. But if you pick Mia, you go on the boat with Mia to escape, you crash, Ethan gets captured by Evelyn, then you play as Mia for a bit until you save him, and during that you have a flashback of what happened on the ship before everything went down.
Yeah, because I think Mia or Zoe, which one was connected to that?
Mia was Evelyn's caretaker, and Evelyn's a creation of the Connections, so Mia worked for the Connections.
Yeah, they established that she knew Evelyn's caretakers. They were on the ship, and then everyone died on the ship because Evelyn freaked out.
She was one of the caretakers. There's 2 caretakers. She was and they were posing as parents. She was the one posing as the mom.
Got any warning?
I doubt it. I would imagine if the fucking Arda Yakshi got turned by the Reapers, they probably owned the shit out of everybody else who lived here.
Oh, don't forget to put on your ammo.
Yeah, you're right. Hit the button.
I think you have it hotkey to Y. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Oh shit, a witch is around. How are we gonna fucking fend that off?
I think your allies are fighting something, seeing as she used an ability.
Hello, enemy?
Yeah, they're using. Your allies are using their abilities.
Oh my god, an enemy!
Shooting at enemies.
Oh my god, it's a World of Warcraft creature. Also, owl.
Down.
It's called a banshee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
When you're like, it's kind of a Resident Evil monster. You're like imagining it as a Resident Evil monster. I'm like, kind of. like.
I was like, that kind of looked like a fucked up elf or something at a distance.
It's like, so the tentacles on their head get really long and kind of like stick off, and then they get claws, and then they have really warped, gross looking bodies.
Oh crap, they could use guns. We're screwed.
Not the banshees.
Oh, it's the trash
cannibals
men.
use gun.
Look at those trash men.
I thought you called the one other actual like space race trash men.
No, that thing that got shot in the cutscene looked like a trash man, so I was like, oh, she killed a trash man turned thing.
Yeah, but
Look
don't
at
you
how
call?
gross they are.
Don't you? Yeah, but don't you call the fucking guys in the suits like the? I
Yeah,
can't
the
think of
short
the name of the race.
guys.
The Volus, right? Are they Volus?
I think
they're Volus.
that's it.
I thought you called them trash guys. And you
Yeah,
also
because
called
they.
them all shadow brokers, so you know there's that too.
Well, yeah, because obviously they're all the Shadow Broker in disguise. Because it's the perfect disguise. No one would see it coming.
Except you literally have the shadow broker walking with you right now.
Yeah, which kind of ruins the whole bit, but whatever. The thing I was going to mention to you about Resident Evil 2 is that in Resident Evil 2 you get upgrades that are lying around. I wouldn't recommend giving them all to Leon because that might fuck up things later.
What does it when you play as Claire?
Yeah, essentially. Just don't
I
lump
didn't realize
everything
that.
onto one character.
I did not know that. I thought there were two separate campaigns with two separate loading stuff.
No. Technically, canon-wise, I think Claire comes in later after Leon fucks around and is just kind of following behind him a little bit.
Do you know if they changed that for the remake? Because when I started up the remake, they asked me if I wanted to do Claire's campaign or Leon's campaign, and I thought Leon's came first, so I did Leon's.
No,
I think
in 2 you can play either one. It's just that canonically, I think that's how it is timeline-wise. They don't run into each other, but they're pretty close behind each other.
Well, no, they do run it because like one of the very first things that happen is you bump into Claire, and then you both drive to the police station, but they get separated, and then there's a moment where you see each other again, and you're like, oh hey, what's up? And then she's like, yeah, and then she's like, are you okay? That helicopter crashed, and then like the helicopter starts on fire, it starts the fire alarms, and then Leon's like, you better fucking book it, cause zombies, and she's like, yeah, you too, and then they go their separate ways again.
Are we talking to an Arda Yakshi?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of her daughters.
It is?
Yeah.
Whoa. Just taking a quick half second to look at Shepard's pecs. I'll believe her. I mean, Samara's went to bat for me. You remember that time that she
So remember how
blocked a bunch
super
of bugs?
murdery Samara is, and the fact that Samara's like, yeah, we don't need to kill these people.
You sound like the commander.
Well, we
Like,
probably
alright,
need to.
Samara, the person who typically is super black and white and murders bad people all the time for the most minor things.
Well, we could probably kill the banshees with little morality problems, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely kill the fucking banshee. What's
I mean-
happening here?
She's obviously super powerful, so she could probably fuck things
I mean,
up.
yeah, Ardak actually are naturally super powerful.
We'll meet you there.
Please be
We're splitting
Oh
up,
yeah,
I guess.
oh yeah, the other sister got separated, so you're going to. She wants to find the other sister.
Oh, okay. Someone went missing.
Yes. So remember, she had 3 daughters. You killed one in the last game.
Oh, and the
So
two
then-
are presumably alive.
Yeah. So the other 2 chose a life of solitude, which is what Ardak Yakshis get the option of. It's either die or life of solitude. Morith chose to run away, which made she was marked for death, and the Justicars were hunting her down.
Whoa. Sorry, I forgot you two were here.
And then
So yeah,
the
I
other
don't
2
know if
Samara's
that.
daughters.
I don't know how much has changed in the remake because I played the original. I'm like, this game's already fantastic. I don't need to play the remake. I just wanted to give you that warning in case that wasn't still the same.
I was gonna say maybe we'll play it again sometime, or maybe you can play it, together sometime.
I don't know. I kind of got my next
For
couple
the show.
projects lined around, and
I mean,
they're
I
probably
could add
gonna
it to the
take a
list
while.
of my ones, because after Mass Effect I have Pokemon, and I think that was it. You have like a Pokemon game to run, and then I don't remember if I had anything else.
You only had the one, but I figured that Pokemon would still probably take a while.
Oh,
especially
it will,
since
but like,
we're...
my thought is maybe after that, me and you could run through some of the Resident Evil games, and maybe you can teach me how to hook up this stuff, and then like, I can play it on my computer, and then I can be the guy behind the controller.
Well,
Oh, there's a health thing on the wall.
I think that would work considering you're obviously running on Windows, so I think it should be easy to do.
And I'm running on a super beefy computer.
What would we need to do? I think you probably...
I mean, as I said, this is a ways out, so we don't need to figure it out tonight. But,
I'm just trying to remember how the fuck I do it off the top of my head.
Sure.
I think I probably just stream it to you on Discord and we record it that way.
Oh yeah, that's one way, I guess.
It must be something like that.
But yeah, I like the story. I like the idea of the connections. As I said, we don't get to meet them in really that much. We just get to be, oh man, they managed to create this super evil girl, and they're doing shit with fungus instead of normal viruses. And then
I think they went back to normal virus-esque things with Village. I don't really understand what's going on.
I don't know. I haven't watched Village that much yet, so I don't know like anything. I know the first enemies that bumped into him, he called them werewolves. To me, they were feral vampires. Was calling them werewolves. I was like, they don't look like werewolves to me. They kind of make me think of feral vampires.
Well, I could definitely see that they're a lycanthrope because the one that's actually a lycanthrope, the one with the giant hammer.
Oh, see, he was just like a guy with a beard. Like, I'm sure he'll transform maybe into something, but what I've seen is he's just a guy with the beard. But yeah, so like the description of vampires in like some of the earlier novels and stuff.
Sure.
Have them being kind of hairy, but not like super not so hairy they look like an animal, but they have like hair on their hands and shit that's not normal for humans. And
oh shit, they learned how to barrier somehow. What are we gonna do?
Well, no, they had barriers last time too.
Whoa!
Also,
oh my god!
Teleport. Yeah.
Ah!
Move,
I dodged that somehow.
Move. Nice dodge.
Nah! Go away. I will Dark Souls you to death.
I think it can't teleport once the barrier is down.
I will Dark Souls you so hard. Well, at least I'm only fighting one Banshee, apparently.
There's some other dudes around.
I need health. Where's my health?
Almost basically.
Where's my health button? Make health, damn it. I forgot to mash the right button.
But yeah, the DLCs. Chris's DLC was like neat, but also meh, because they like reused a lot of assets and stuff. And let's be real, like the bakers are cool, but like the molded enemies kind of get super generic super quick.
Yeah.
Because the variations of them aren't varied enough. Which they had like a couple more variations, I think, and
I mean, they tried. I think.
In the
DLC,
in the DLC, when you play as Jack's brother, they had like 2 more, which like was kind of nice.
Yeah, because that was the paid one, and they had to update all the gameplay for it. Oh, it was RB was the button, the one I didn't fucking mash. I was mashing like Y.
Y is your fire ammo, which you have turned off right now, which is probably because you were mashing Y.
Well, like I was saying before, at least we're only fighting one Banshee.
Yeah.
Because these guys apparently are incredibly overpowered.
They are really scary. I will state there will be a moment where you fight multiple at a time.
Oh, who would have seen that coming? Except everybody.
I don't think it's in this mission, but I know this is the mission that establishes them as enemies.
I mean, I'm still enjoying Village. I mean, I realized pretty early on that obviously they included Lady Dimitrescu basically for hype reasons alone. because she barely has a personality, to be honest. She has one of the longer levels because the other two lords I finished probably in a third of the time, which isn't to say that they're bad, but it's not really a spoiler. But the puppet master, her level is actually entirely without guns, which I thought was really impressive.
Oh yeah, that's kind of neat.
I mean, Resident Evil can pretty easily work without guns.
Oh, one thing I liked about Chris's campaign is they brought back, shoot him and then punch him.
They brought back the action.
Yeah, Ethan couldn't do that, and so it was like really sucky in that regard for him. But and it kind of like you're going through the main game as Ethan, and you're like, wow, for a regular guy, Ethan can handle himself pretty well. And then you get to play Chris, and you're like, oh wait, no, Ethan fucking sucks because Chris can do everything way better.
Oh shit, a dead body? What? Who would have seen that coming?
And then fucking, what was I can't remember his name. Is it Joe Baker? It might be Joe Baker.
I don't fucking know.
Jack's older brother, who you play as in the paid DLC, where you say
the extremely Cajun guy.
He's incredibly badass, and it's silly as hell, and I love it.
It is really silly.
Like,
I do love that character.
You're punching molded, and then you fucking you atomic bomb fucking Jack. Or pile driver him, that's what it is. You pile driver Jack.
Oh yeah, he is the final boss of that DLC.
Yeah, because Jack just fucking doesn't stay dead. And then you fucking get the Robo Glove that lets you punch.
Oh, that was so dumb.
And it's so funny and great. Well, I mean, the entire DLC is kind of a meme that just has to wrap up the thread line of, yeah, but what about Zoe? Because if he leaves,
Oh yeah, he finds him and saves him, and that's how that works.
If you save Mia, Zoe just gets left behind, and then you don't see her for the rest of the game.
Rena, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that when I played through that, the biggest problem with that DLC was that it was trying to do first-person brawling, which doesn't really work in practice, and I found it to be very annoying.
Oh, Matt McMuscles and his friend, when they were playing it, thought as far as it goes, it was pretty good.
I guess it was probably as good as it could be, but first-person brawling
better
is
than other games
really
that have attempted it.
It's not really gonna work because you can't really track the enemies very well, especially when you're trying to move around so much and punch. I remember having so many problems with the actual Jack fight because. He deals out pretty decent damage.
He does, yeah. It was actually pretty cool. I think Matt McMuscles or his friend, whichever one of them was playing it, did a really good fighting him because, he has two different attacks. One that goes straight down. Oh, you do fight two.
Oh no, two of them. That's not actually that hard.
As long as you just.
Especially since Samara's here.
Down. Also, they started really far away, which kind of helps. Don't forget that if they hit you, their attacks do damage over time after they first started the damage.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Liara the Asari destroyed.
That, fireball that they throw.
Yep, I'm burning. I'm burning.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
They're right on top of you.
Oh, wow, they are. That's not good.
Well, remember, they teleport, so you kind of need to run. So remember, you actually run in this game, so don't just walk like you tend to do. You move a lot faster.
No, stay over there. At least we downed one of them.
I think you downed its barrier, so get behind cover. There's health on the wall right there next to you, too.
Oh damn, they learned how to levitate too.
It's like a scream attack they do. Get behind cover! That's gonna kill you if it hits.
I'm still alive, bitch.
Oh, I think it clipped the cover, so you took just the damage over time.
Oh damn it, both of them are alive. Run!
Mow that one down really fast.
Run!
That one in front of you is basically dead. You should just mowed it down. So that one can't teleport, I don't think, now. Heal, heal, heal. It's damage over time. Get behind the cover. There you go. Yeah, I think these things are the most dangerous enemy in this entire game, at least for like the base enemies.
They are pretty. They're not really health sponges, but they're pretty spongy.
Yeah, they're not the spongiest of things, but they have good sponge combined with super deadly attacks.
Yeah.
Which makes them incredibly dangerous when they show up, in my opinion.
It's still not that bad. I've definitely done a lot worse.
No, yeah. I'm not saying, you know, they're impossible, but I do think in my opinion, they're the hardest base enemy.
It's too late for me. There are hundreds coming. Just go.
Is she infected by the indoctrination?
She has Reapers. Yeah, she's got indoctrination going on in her head.
Damn it.
She's gonna blow up the bomb with...
Oh, self-sacrifice.
Yeah, because someone's gotta blow up the bomb.
She's pulling a Star Trek.
I love you. Rila!
And so you have to grab the sister.
Don't become Spock! No! We're doing a very bad job of leaving.
Because you're fucking dragging a girl that doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, but the Reapers are showing up at the same time. Like, come on. Oh, she lost the will to live. Oh no.
She's fighting the indoctrination is like what's going on.
Oh god, they're even more fucked up than I thought they were.
Yeah, they're fucking ugly as shit.
Well, that's kind of ironic. They had to become the ugliest creatures in the universe.
Yep, I think that was by design of the creators of this game. They chose to make the super pretty species that everybody
well, at least she hit the
loves.
button before that happened. She did hit the button, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she hit the button.
But Ryla, you're indoctrinated. How can you even say words at this point?
I mean, she's fighting it with every bit of her willpower.
That must be the strongest elevator door ever. Holy shit. Why couldn't we have one of those installed when we were trying to save the matriarch of the Urdot clan? The fuck is that race called?
The Krogan?
Why couldn't I think of Krogan? I thought of Urdot before that.
Urdnot.
There wasn't even time to
Like
say
you tie a
goodbye.
knot. Urdnot.
Urdnot.
That's Rex's clan. It's Urdnot.
Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love for you.
Well, the Arda Yakshi are extraordinary. There was no option, lady. Shepard, come over and slap her.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of...
Did she?
I mean, she did.
I would say that was a choice.
She
in fair
chose to
conscience.
sacrifice herself instead of, you know, try to maybe find a way to survive.
An Ardat Yakshi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
Wait, seriously?
I'm sorry, Shepard. By the
Well, I mean, you're a Justicar, so at least this makes lore sense, but holy shit.
She's super bound by her code, but you can, I'm pretty sure you can convince her not to here.
my daughters,
Wait, what?
you were all so much stronger.
Well,
than
so her
I.
idea is if I can't, either by my code I have to kill my daughter, but if I die, then I don't have to by my code because I'm dead.
Fulfilling the code.
It's either kill me or kill her. That's the only
In her
two
mind,
options.
she's fulfilling her code. Yeah, because she's super bound by that code. It's a super zealous mindset.
I'll stay here.
Come on, Shepard, use your powers to solve this problem.
What's become of it?
Wait, you're gonna stay here?
I could have left.
That's not gonna work, lady.
I don't need a building to honor my own code. And if the
You need a building to live in.
I promise.
You can't live on faith.
So basically, what happened here is the Reapers attack this
Then
monastery in the hopes of, you know, creating the Banshees. The bomb and everything made it so you killed all of them. So literally, it's just an abandoned, wrecked, you know, monastery. So as long as the Reapers don't come back looking for her, she can sit here all by herself all she wants.
Wait, that was all she needed to do to get over the whole kill or suicide choice?
I mean,
Yeah, why don't you stay
her
here too?
mindset was,
it must wait now that I can help oppose the Reapers. I'll speak with Valaire, then join your forces. If you'll have me, of course.
Sounds good. Get on the team.
The honor is mine, my friend.
We're gonna have to bring you far away from this place because that's a huge suicide risk, apparently.
So the idea was without a monastery, and then Falair was like, well, there's still a monastery here, and I could have left it at any time because it's literally just kind of a building that I could just walk out the front door. So, like, Mom, if you're thinking the way you're thinking, I can literally just stay in the same building of my own choice. Anyway, I'm gonna clarify some things. Samara's joining you, but she's joining you in the sense that I'm going to help fight the Reapers, and not joining you in the sense that she's a party member. Because it kind of sounded like she was saying she was going to be a party member, which a lot of them kind of make it a little more clear that they're not. But yeah, Samara will not be joining you.
The situation has been put to rest by killing everyone who lived there. Problem solved.
I think you only have one more actual person you're picking up as a playable buddy, or as a buddy you can bring with you. I guess they're technically not playable.
I love murder solutions. I'm Captain Shepard.
Out of my hack, it's on VidCom if you want, but it's basically just gonna be like, oh man, now that we have the Justicars fighting with us, blah 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 blah. At least I'm pretty sure
Wait,
that's
we
what he
recruited
has to say.
all the Justicars?
I think the idea here is that Samara goes and she tells the Justicars, and then you get the Justicars as a war asset for completing that mission.
Who the fuck is Sarah?
So no one you know. These are just those two talking. It's just like world building.
Ugh, fine, I'll read my damn email. You lady. Holy shit.
Alright. Shepard, I missed the last time I was here. I'm back on the Citadel. I'll find a place to meet and send you a nav point when you get there, Miranda.
Oh, so you finally got over your stupid grudge, Miranda.
Alright. What's the next one?
Caden.
Hey, Shepard, I don't know about you, but I could sure use a little breather. Next time we're on the Citadel, let me buy you dinner. We should try Apollo's. It's a little restaurant in the courtyard overlooking the proscenium.
Well, Caden, that sounds a little presumptuous of you.
Caden is a gay romance option for the first time in this game. Shepard, I thought the next time we're at the Citadel, maybe you could take a break. Can't fight a war without a little R&R once in a while. I'll be hanging around C-Sec near the shuttles if you're interested.
You really want to go back and kick your
the point in the
C-Sec boots
game-
around?
No, he's just gonna be near there. He's probably just saying hi to people or something.
Hey, do you remember when I fucking left you behind because you were a bunch
Samara,
of dicks?
Shepard, I finished my business on Lessus. I would offer to travel once again with you on the Normandy, but the code dictates I join the fight where it is most dire.
It's most dire here!
It's most dire everywhere. While you do your essential work, I will do my best to help hold the front. Before I depart, I'll return to the Citadel for a short time to prepare. If it does not interfere with my duties, come find me there.
So apparently I did actually download the Citadel properly, which is good.
No, these things aren't the Citadel. These things just happen. There's moments where you get to hang out with just every crewmate on the Citadel. The Citadel DLC is a literal shore leave. Like, you literally go and hang out on the Citadel with everybody at the same time. I didn't read that one. Shepard, I need an excuse to tear myself away from all these monitors. Could come see me in the dock next time we dock on the Citadel. Yeah, so you're getting all the quests saying, hey, why don't you hang out with your friends on the Citadel?
We're on the fucking ship. Why don't we just hang out here? We're on the fucking ship.
You have more things to do on the Citadel because you can go to restaurants and stuff.
Why does Javik want to talk to me?
Javik, Commander, I find this messaging system to be outdated and clumsy. I assume Specialist Trainer was joking when she said I had to type letters to form words. I want to visit the Citadel the next time we travel there. In my lifetime, it had been captured by the Reapers. If you would like to join me, I will be in an area where the embassies are located. I believe this concept of galactic control shared amongst races is a lie.
Well, you also don't think that the races can think for themselves, so that's not exactly surprising.
He's empirical.
Yeah, he is. He's super Empire.
Yeah, so that's not the Citadel DLC. That's just shit that happens regardless. Like, all your crewmates and from time to time, some of your former buddies are on the Citadel to have, like, one-time conversations that are kind of special.
Okay, let's go find a terrible scanning mission so that we can talk about the other topic that we had lined up to today, and that was I finally bothered to bomb through the rest of Steins Gate and finally fucking finished it.
Nice.
And let's definitely say that the last 2 episodes weren't exactly a good idea.
Oh, you didn't like them?
No, because I thought the story ended in episode 22, and then they're kind of just stapled the ending onto it because they realized, oh, we need to actually end. What I thought was going to happen was that by the end, Okabe was going to find the third option to get out of the predicament he found himself in because he's supposed to be super smart. But the problem was that the third option came to him. He didn't have to go find it. It just appeared to him on the roof.
He sent it to himself. And there's another show that goes through that. I think Steingate Zero is supposed to go through that, I'm told. But Steingate Zero, the anime, is apparently not very well done.
I'm not really interested in Zero because, unfortunately, the thing I mentioned to you, I think the last couple of times we talked about Steins Gate was, it kind of fell victim to the classic problem of, tell don't show.
I'm pretty sure this is a land mission, yeah.
Because
this is another meet a buddy.
Fine, whatever. We can keep talking about Steins Gate. Like I said, a big problem was tell don't show because they never actually. Well, they did a couple of times for like a minute show the consequences of the world-ending stuff that's happening, but they mostly just talked about it, which is fucking lame.
I mean, the main story and the main focus of the show is more on the characters' relationships and the whole that stuff.
Yeah, I think it needed to lean more into the apocalyptic scenario they were putting up because without that there, it seems like the focus was more just on Mayuri herself, and that's kind of lame.
It's on kind of all the characters because he has to go through and deal with all. They have to deal with all. Each character has their own problem. They have to kind of like deal with and things like that.
Well, we already discussed that, how I think it's kind of also lame that everyone got their own reading Steiner when they started talking about their memories and how that kind of sidestepped the whole morality issue anyway, in kind of a bullshit way.
I mean, the idea is that everybody can get to what Okabe had at the start and that it just takes effort. Okabe just got lucky because of the whole weird him sick at a young age thing, but like, by like talking about it, you can kind of, it's the idea of what deja vu in a sense leads. The more and more you talk about it, the more and more the deja vu they get, and the deja vu eventually they realize, and it becomes clearer and clearer to them. Anyway, so yeah, it's not because they, it's not shoehorned in the last episode, right? Of going and fixing the thing, because it's set up in the very first episode. Like, if you go and rewatch the first episode, you can hear Okabe doing shit off screen. That's the Okabe who, failed the first time.
Which
the scream that gets him to find the body in the first episode is Okabe in the last episode yelling, and
Okay, so they did plan it ahead of time, sort of.
His first attempt when he fails is the first episode. So when he goes and tries it the first time and he fails, and then he comes back and redoes it and succeeds, that first failure attempt of going back in time is the very first episode. Because, Makize comes up to him in the first episode and is like, "What were you trying to tell me?" And he's like, "What do you mean what you're trying to tell me?" It's because when he goes back in time, he bumps into her, starts stammering, and then runs off. Then she finds, Okabe in episode 1 and talks to that Okabe about, "What were you trying to tell me?" And then he's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Well, I still think it still feels shoehorned in, because the reason why that even happened in the first place is that part-time girl just happens to show up with another time machine right at the beginning of episode 23, which is just...
She shows up.
That's the sort of shit where I roll my eyes. I think the show probably would have ended on a better note at episode 22, where Makise just goes back to America, leaving Okabe feeling sad. Because that felt like the actual story end, where Makise just accepted her own end.
Right, and then, she goes back, she says goodbye to him, and then, she mouths, "I love you," and then which they don't voice that. It's just a mouth thing. Like, cause she does something to get him to like look away, and then the viewer gets to see the screen of her mouth the word. But
Oh yeah, no, it probably shouldn't be a surprise, but I do not believe the Okabe Makase romance for a fucking second.
sure. But anyway, yeah, and then by going back and fixing the Myri thing, he ends up, having.
Oh, is that Jacob?
He ends up in the timeline. Yeah, that's Jacob.
Yay!
He ends up in the timeline where Makise dies, and then he realizes the fucking curse of if he saves one friend, the other friend dies. And
Yep.
then, yeah, the timeline,
Which,
but by fixing
needed
the
the third
timeline,
option.
by fixing the timeline enough, he changed the whole,
Just keep moving.
I forget her name, but yeah, part-time girl. She didn't go back in time, and she didn't do what she did the first time around. So, that's their first time meeting in a sense. Like, he's met her
okay.
before, but the one that comes back in a time machine is from a time period where everything turned out better, and isn't from the CERN timeline, which is why her time machine wasn't damaged. It's why she literally knows her dad and knows Okabe in the future.
Wait, so she comes from the better timeline that started World War III.
Well, so because the original her comes from the timeline where CERN
Took over the planet.
took
off
over the
screen.
planet, yeah. And then she comes from
I think I might have fucked up. I lost the scientist that I was supposed to be defending.
yeah, I think so that's the building in front of you there is where they are, so I think you have to run across this gap to your right.
Sorry
Get
guys, I
across there.
done fucked up. Oh, is this another fucking Cerberus mission?
You're fighting Cerberus in this mission, yeah.
Ah,
And you're
lame.
saving ex-Cerberus scientists.
Well, that at least makes sense. Oh, I was gonna say, just to give credit where credit's due, I did think the whole thing of them saying, adding to timeline mechanical lore, how you have to go back in time and do certain things in order to come back with knowledge in order to do the thing you were supposed to do. I thought that turnabout was actually pretty clever. Where
Yeah.
Okabe forced himself to fuck up because he needed to have the knowledge of his fuck up in order to properly get it done the next time. Oh,
Yeah.
I also thought that Okabe stabbing Makise was fucking hilarious. I laughed my goddamn head off when he did that. Because he was such an incompetent boob to do something that fucking stupid. Where he didn't try to do anything that made sense. He did a fucking running charge, missed, and then stabbed the person behind the guy.
He's freaking out because emotions. He's not necessarily fully thinking all the way through.
Wasn't he also trying? Was that the timeline where he was trying to hype himself up, or was that the second go round? I forgot which Okabe was trying to be like, fake confident and freak out the father.
What, when he does the whole mad scientist bit?
Yeah, when he tries to do the bit to her father to kind of throw him off.
Yeah, I think that's in the timeline he succeeds.
Okay, that makes sense at least. I still think it's
He's
fucking
got
funny.
the bravado of got it all figured out.
Well, he's pretending that he has the bravado, which kind of works. Because I think the dad isn't really good at anything, so he kind of bought it.
Yeah. And then Okabe has to cut himself open because the
Which,
toy lightsabers stuff is, congealed over time.
it feels like he probably could have gone with a better solution, but why not, I guess?
Because the idea is his present day, his self from the past has to see exactly what they saw. Is the mentality, and yeah, I don't know if the game locked up here.
Oh, fuck, I think it might have locked up.
Good job, Xbox.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Good job, Xbox.
Well, let's see how
The
far.
best part? When was the last? Well, I guess there's autosaves that would have happened at the start of this mission. There would have been an autosave for sure. Hell, there might have been an autosave right, before this load screen. But there would have been an autosave at the start of this mission for sure.
I don't think I was gonna fix anything, but might as well try.
edit the recording? I assume?
Most of the time it keeps when I do that, but I'll have to double check because it never knows.
Yeah, you'll have to watch the footage. But yeah, so,
That's the first time that's happened.
if you're just joining us, or if you're watching this at home, when this comes out.
Stuff fucks up here. A lot. Yeah. It's the fucking charm of the fucked up podcast.
Also, now you know his username, so you can go add him on.
No, they're not gonna see that.
Live back on the.
Oh yeah, this. You can see my hilarious fucking account that I still have called Dildo.
Well, but yeah, you're gonna see his username, so now you can go add him on Xbox Live, back on the Xbox 360 if you still, feel the effort to go through all of that.
Well, let's see how much of the game we're gonna have to redo.
Well, so I know for a fact Mass Effect. Oh man, I'm gonna be super loud in this recording now that I can see the volume marks when I talk. Sometimes it hits the red. Well,
I can go in and fix that, I guess.
I mean, it's like when I start sentences, I start louder and then I quiet off after the first word. So like my first word. So yeah, if you want to crank me back just a little bit, it should be fine.
Okay, that was exactly what I was aiming for.
Better. Yeah.
That's what I get for trying to screw around with all that.
You have to, so on my end, you have to re-full screen what you're sending over Discord, because right now I'm seeing all the other, is it Elgato you use, right?
Yeah, I can get that going.
All the other Elgato. I think, was it right-click full screen? Is that what it was?
I mean, I could give it a shot. I'm not sure.
I think that's what it was. If you click on the video screen that's in Elgato and the right.
Well, this says that a group of scientists have cut ties, so apparently we didn't lose all that much.
As I said, I know for a fact Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect 2 autosave at the very beginning of missions automatically. So at the very start of that mission, there would have been an autosave. You have to disconnect from Xbox Live or whatever for that.
No, that only freezes on title screen, not in the game.
Okay. I'm gonna Google the Jacob mission to see if there's bugs for it or the Xbox 360 version.
Well, at least the mission went. But now we just have to get through the first wave and hope for the best. If you're joining with us, apparently Mass Effect was just a giant middle finger to consoles, so here we are.
Okay, there's no listed bug, that's what we got. Several users have reported getting stuck during a certain part of the game where scripted events failed to trigger.
Well, that was a load screen, not a scripted event.
No, and it says exactly what part of the mission it happens in, and you didn't get to that part.
Oh, so it's going to be...
recourse is to load the nearest thing.
Well, okay, we'll just try again.
It sometimes happens. And then there's a graphical glitch in the mission that occurs if you bring along a Mass Effect 2 squad mate that Jacob will recognize, i.e. Talis or Garrus. During the cutscene and conversation right after that load screen.
All clear.
At least the fucking... oh, I did bring along Garrus, so that's gonna be fun.
That's just a visual bug that doesn't cause any crash.
That might be causing the crash, though. Oh, no.
No, it's not, because as I just said, the visual...
Oh my god, Jacob, you're alive. Wait, you got shot?
Yeah, he was shot last time we watched this cutscene.
Come on, just skip the cutscene. I'm hitting all the buttons, but it won't skip.
The enemy is clear for now. Open the door.
This is obviously radio, isn't it?
It's okay, Bryn.
I will speak into this tic-tac box. You definitely look familiar, but I can't remember why.
I don't know if you've met her or not. I don't recall. I don't think you have. I think she's new, but maybe not.
Okay, it didn't freeze yet, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, the loading thing is still spinning.
Come on, 360. I know you got one good game and you left. Yes, it went.
All right.
Oh my god.
So during this cutscene's the visual bug.
Didn't make it.
What are you doing here?
Well, they're gonna turn into just a giant gray cube.
Man and his attack dogs.
No, it's a
they gone?
camera thing. The camera will go to a weird
But they'll be
spot.
back.
which has happened multiple times in this game. I'm pretty sure for you already.
Sure you're okay?
Yeah, I mean, we already saw, like, the moment where he had the shift off of Shepard's tits.
Yeah, what will happen is
This
he'll
one's on the
say a
house.
line about, "Hey, what's up?" to like the person you recognize.
Oh my god!
Camera,
Oh my
does
god!
that.
They put Garrus in the wrong spot!
Yeah, that's the visual bug. Is it'll pan to an open area instead of the character, and then it'll show that gray box of zooming in on the wall.
Is that even a bug if they put the model in the wrong spot?
I mean, so it might be a bug where the game's
kicked
loading
Cerberus
the
in the
model
balls
in the
on the way
wrong
out the
spot.
door.
We took everything we could carry.
We're ex-Cerberus, but we still wear our uniforms for some reason.
You
It's a
know,
pretty smart
they're
one. We
clothes,
covered our
and sometimes you need clean clothes.
The elusive man is one to
Oh, maybe I am too quiet now. I don't know. Well, it's just because I talk at varying levels.
Agreed.
So I'm like watching my levels, and sometimes I'm like actually
Oh.
kind of in the quieter part. But right now I'm fine. I just moved my mic a little closer to my
Oh
mouth,
yeah, I
and
forgot
did
I was
fix
gonna
it.
do
Full
that
screen
for
it for me.
your...
I'll check and meet you
Oh,
out.
and I closed the stream.
You should get that wound.
Well, that's something I can frickin' fix.
I mean,
Yeah, it's easy fix.
Come on.
Um...
My people. Join me upstairs.
Right
when you
click
can.
the video screen and I'll got it.
Does that work?
Oh no, it didn't.
Okay, let's try that.
Oh, hide. No, okay, full screen it. Now right click it again, hide sidebar. There you go.
Okay, I guess you can actually see it for once.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Too bad I can't play on that screen because it's got like 5 seconds delay.
Oh, my screen's... I think I've always had a little bit of a delay, because I notice sometimes you'll say something, but it's like really quickly it'll happen for me, but sometimes I can be like, okay, he saw something that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it's like a 5-second delay. It's not that bad.
No, and most of the time when you say something, especially when we're playing games that I already know, like Mass Effect, that's like, yeah, I can already immediately comment on it. But typically by the time I'll start my comment on it, I'm seeing it. So like if it's a game we haven't played, like Silent Hill, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then I can be like, oh my gosh, because like, you know, by the second you finish your oh my gosh, and you know,
Well, apparently-
I can start my oh my gosh, I'm seeing it.
Apparently these guys were doing fucked up science.
Bryn, I don't. Oh yeah, I mean that. I don't remember what they did.
Hey, Dr. Man, what's up?
Dr. Gavin Archer, we met on Project Overlord.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes.
The
After you took my
What the heck's up with this guy's voice actor?
all that behind me. I
British.
don't suppose you have any.
I'm super British.
Rumors the Academy.
He was British in the last game too.
Everything is apparently going super well.
So his brother was that one kid that you saved that was hooked up to all the machines,
I was acting.
and then he's
Cerberus
saying,
found
"I heard
weapons,
the
too.
academy my
But
brother
David's
was
okay.
at was in danger."
I mean, the
Yeah,
Cerberus
you
have
think-
attacked like 80% of the places that we've gone to, so, you know.
Yeah, I'd say a good 50.
Process of elimination.
I know you think I'm a monster, and you're right. Not a day goes by.
Because in this game, it's either
Haunted
them,
as I did to David.
them or the.
Wait, you did that? You did that fucked up thing to him?
Yes, you did this whole. You did that whole mission.
Were you the asshole I punched in the face and you ran away? I remember there was somebody
Maybe.
running the place that ran away, or I shot him.
He was literally the only person alive in Project Overlord that you met.
Destroyed all of my mistakes.
Him and his brother were the only two people you met in that entire mission. So if you punched someone during that mission and it wasn't David, who was the one guy hooked up to all the machines,
I strayed
it
too
was this
far
guy.
from the path.
It's Mass Effect 2 nostalgia. Why else is he here?
As a boy, I wanted to be a scientist remembered for doing right by the world, curing a disease or discovering a new element.
And I'm gonna do that by torturing people in order to get data to cure those diseases. Hey, do you know the Elusive Man's dead? No, wait. That's the Shadow Broker, not the Elusive Man.
He only had to look in the mirror. I wanted out of his nightmare.
He just let you go?
If it had
Why are you super, like,
been hiding
posh?
every
I don't
That's what
understand
he
you.
always says. He's super British.
on sight.
You said it yourself. He's super British.
Yeah, but why? And
I
how?
don't know. Maybe he's from England. Remember, this game started in London.
And I'm not even gonna pretend.
Huh.
To see you again.
That didn't look like London.
I think it started in London. I know you end up in London. I know you get a call from Anderson and he talks about being in London, so like I'm pretty sure where he was at the beginning of the game was London, but maybe he, traveled to London at some point.
That
But I
conversation.
know,
That conversation was literally, "Hey, did you play the DLC? Well, here you go."
if you didn't, so there's a mod to your right next to the mod station, so maybe pick that up before you mod your guns.
It's something assault rifle-y.
It's a magazine upgrade to hold more bullets.
Okay, well, let's get that in there. See what we can make happen. Extended barrel does more damage. This does piercing.
The one you're gonna want to change is the piercing one if you're gonna go for the...
Where are you, Maud?
that one.
There you are. Okay, let's test it out.
Hold on, go back and look at the piercing one for a second. I think it said it reduces your damage.
It does.
Yeah, I think it said it gave you the piercing, but it reduces your damage a bit, which means you were doing less damage.
It does piercing, ignores 25%. Oh, it does do 60% reduced
But 60%
damage.
reduced damage.
What the hell?
So you were literally potentially, crippling yourself with this. Now let's see if your damage goes up.
You know what? Fuck it. If it actually does that, everyone get it off your guns immediately. Piercing isn't worth that.
Yeah, 'cause all your guys have piercing.
Well, that's what I
always did. For the most part, I always did. Javik still has piercing on his gun too.
He
I took it
does.
off Garrus's. Yeah.
Well, I
everybody
thought
has
his plasma rifle didn't have the same mod.
No, they all guns of the same type share the same mods.
Ugh.
So all machine guns have the same.
I'm doing
mods.
so much
Okay, then.
work.
Yeah. So you have on his you have increased weapon stability, and then the other one you have is
Just damage. Just straight damage.
yeah. There's the damage one. Okay, now you have damage and increased ammo.
Sounds
Which is
good.
what I'm pretty sure I did on basically every gun in Mass Effect 3. Pretty sure I just did those two mods.
Hey, have you guys seen those Cerberus assholes I need to kick in the dick?
I've already dropped one box. My hands were shaking so hard.
We're going to make it.
Can't you put another guy on this job? He can't carry boxes.
I have my best people on
How many scientists are here?
Were these guys all recruited, like, out of Liverpool or something?
How did so many escape?
it. When you
Oh,
feel
I mean,
that,
a lot of
what you can do.
the humans in Mass Effect are like British, and I don't
components in time.
know why.
I'm sorry, Dr.
Other
Baker.
than like
It's
I
important work,
think
but right now
it's
you need to
implied
find your
or
family.
maybe stated somewhere that London's the capital of the world,
Children? Like we didn't have enough.
but I don't remember.
Wait, you guys have kids to worry about?
So these
Why are they here?
Yes. We have about 17.
Yeah, but why? Why do you have refugees here at a frickin' ex-Cerberus base?
And you like
Led
freedom.
Cerberus, and Cerberus would go after your family if you were able and they couldn't get you, so you would have to grab your family too.
and not one more lost.
Don't let that guy carry the kids.
This escape will have to be careful.
There's a lot on the line. The entire galaxy's gonna get fucked up by
Tried so hard.
Reaper Cerberus.
What's the news?
Our two worst enemies are fusing together.
Exit from here. I'm going to the roof. Cerberus landed a shuttle there a couple minutes ago.
Jacob, I think you should sit down for a bit. Everything's wrong about you.
I'm going.
Just because you survived one suicide mission doesn't...
Is this guy the same voice actor?
Yes, it is the same voice actor.
But I'm gonna talk you through it from here. Cerberus is probably
Maybe he's just affecting his voice somehow, because he does not sound the same.
the override code.
That's the same one.
Will do.
I think because he's trying to do the whole "I'm injured," his voice is a little gruffer.
I'm Gruff Man today. Those are my men, Shepard. Yep. Cerberus is the big brother of this universe. They're actually doing 1984 things in the Is this the 23rd century or the 25th century? What are we working on here?
I have to double check. I don't remember the year Mass Effect.
How far in the future are we? Also, I'm gonna need to figure out how to get to the next floor.
What would these people have done if we hadn't shown up?
They are brave, Rookie Sky. And now they may look.
I don't know, they would have stayed here and gotten shot by Cerberus trying to reclaim their property. It's kind of a thing that they do.
The Shepard trilogy takes place between the years 2183 and 2186.
And I got a pistol to prove it. Whatever the fuck a
Hopefully you didn't
Carnifex
change
is.
It's like a heavy pistol, but it's not as good as your bomb pistol.
That guy
you're
got
doing a
blown
lot
the
more
fuck
damage,
up.
in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they're
You're
cleaning.
doing significantly more damage.
They're cleaning clocks over here.
And you don't even have fire ammo on right now.
Ah, God damn it. Hey Javik, could you deal with that
More
grenade?
damage.
I love how I threw a grenade at Javik and he gave literally no shits.
Because there isn't friendly fire in this game.
Oh. That would have been funny if that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you can turn it on in Mass Effect. In Dragon Age you can.
Well, this
So,
game
you know,
just got a
if-
hell of a lot easier.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot of AoE attacks. And most of the time you're not going to shoot your own dudes. And typically they're not really in your way.
So many mods for everything, it's ridiculous.
SMG high
Holy
barrel
shit.
increases damage for
Okay,
SMG.
I just turned a corner and 5 guys were there. No big deal.
Yeah, but Javik's killed like 2 of them already.
Why hasn't he killed the turret then? Javik, the
He
lazy
didn't shoot the
bastard.
turret.
Oh, I shot his head off.
There's a turret probably shooting you.
Yeah, but the guys were shooting me when I was in cover because, you know, that box
No, at
wasn't
least
exactly
you'll be doing a lot
useful.
more damage to the turret.
Well, everything, my own guys, my own self-esteem. You know, like usual.
Because, yeah, you're doing a lot more damage, it feels.
It was almost a 50% loss, holy shit.
So we're towards the end of the 22nd century. No, 23rd century. Because we're in 2183 to 2186.
I don't know what a telemetry is, but I'll hit all the buttons. Bam, 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 bam. Mash, mash, mash. This thing's a fighting game, right?
The spot where this mission can lock up is when you turn those AA guns on. It sometimes doesn't load.
They don't load the guns firing?
No, it doesn't. Like, you know, well,
It doesn't
might
load the
be, It doesn't
objective?
load. Yeah, it doesn't load the objective, and so you just, you know, you turn the guns on. But I don't know if it's if you turn the guns on and it happens, or it happens, you know, if the thing that doesn't load is turning the guns on, to which you're already past it, if that's the bug.
Why is this mission so fucked?
I mean, it's not as bad as the Kasumi mission in 2, which literally for the PC version tries to load a cutscene that isn't there, and thus soft locks the game on an infinite loading screen.
EA. I blame you.
And literally, guess what? The cutscene it's trying to find does exist. It's in the console versions. They just somehow left it out of the PC version and then never fixed that.
They never went back and got it.
So literally what I had to do for Mass Effect 2's Kasumi DLC, I had to make a shortcut and then program into that shortcut. Then when I launched it, it wouldn't load any in-game cutscenes.
Oh, that's
So, like,
fucked.
any in-game cutscenes wouldn't load while I ran it through that shortcut. Then I had to finish the mission and then
Turn it back off.
Exit the game, and then load it not through that cutscene or not through that shortcut. It was a specific shortcut on my desktop. I actually still have it in case I ever, play through Mass Effect 2 again.
Well, yeah, I've played it through, what, like 3 times?
I played through Mass Effect 2, yeah,
And-
3 or 4 times, and Mass Effect 3 the same number of times, and then Mass Effect 1 I think I've only played through twice.
Well, I wouldn't go back and play the original Mass Effect unless it was like the redone one, to be honest, because that game's really 2005-y.
Yeah, there's, it has some qualities to it that I'm not a fan of, but then at the same time, it has, there's a couple things that I think are really cool about it that are unique to it. Like, I really do like the mod system to it, even though there's a lot of items.
I mean, it's a very unique game, but that's kind of the problem.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the it's sometimes cool to go back and see all the abilities that were in the game. Use the things as a steering.
Back when it was, like, closer to, I don't know,
But,
a KOTOR RPG.
Yeah, but like a lot of those abilities aren't really useful. At least the one that I've played it as a couple different classes, so you always end up relying on like a couple.
They're Nintendo branded gimmicks. Wink. Well, Shepard, why don't you get your frickin', workers' pride in it and get up there?
Well, you never hold down the run button, and that's on you. You always just walk everywhere.
I blame Shepard and his mincing ability. He never fixed it until this game.
In this game.
Yeah, he fixed it before now, did you?
I don't know what the console version's problem is, but there's that storm run in the previous game that takes gauge to do, and for whatever reason, like, you struggle with it, and I never have struggled with getting it to go. And so, like, I actually do move fast. No, you can just go across the middle.
I was wondering if that was possible, but I had to double check.
I think you. Oh no, you don't have to. There is a ladder.
Come on, guys. Let's figure out a new bug in this mission.
We'll find out. Yeah. So I don't know.
Aw, shit. Okay. See, that's the bug. They broke it. Javik, you're an asshole. You could probably figure it out.
I was gonna say Garrus actually has engineering abilities.
Yeah, but Javik's an asshole. If he's gonna die, he should die here. I mean, we gotta keep Garrus safe. Garrus is the good guy. Javik's kind of a space racist.
I mean, he doesn't hate all races. He just thinks that one specific group of people need to be in charge, otherwise things don't work.
I kind of love their pinwheel flips. They're completely ridiculous.
Yeah, the fucking...
Hey, Garrus, you're a sniper. These guys are at 300 yards. Why haven't you killed all of them?
Do you not have a sniper rifle on you? No, you do. You have a sniper rifle.
Why would I have a sniper rifle? Garrus is the sniper.
You have a sniper rifle. I literally see you holding a sniper rifle on the back.
Well, Garrus is the sniper. Tell him to do it.
Pull up your weapon wheel.
I told Garrus to do it because I can't.
I mean, Garrus very well might be using the sniper rifle. I'd have to look at him.
Because I'm incompetent. This guy's pinwheel flips are hilarious.
Yeah, they sure are doing it a lot. Well, they can't be invisible. Wherever they went, they can't be invisible because they don't have their barrier.
Well, that guy shouldn't have worn a pack of dynamite or whatever the fuck was wrong with him. Hey, good job, Javik. You did it.
I think he got blowed up by the
blowed up disease.
No, the concussive blast stove.
I got done blowed up because I got hepatitis dynamite.
Copy that. Let's get these people out of here.
Oh yeah, there were people on the line in this mission. I completely forgot. You guys, you existed.
The guns are already picking Cerberus ships out of the sky. Where are we at?
On track. First shuttle is already loaded with everyone under 16.
Commander, when should we leave?
Their parents rebelled really hard against that.
Jacob, what do you think?
I mean,
Are we ready?
it's loaded with everybody under 16. That doesn't necessarily mean the parents aren't there. It just says the young people definitely are there.
Anything behind that could strengthen the elusive.
God, I remember I took an orientation test today that fucking did a question like that. It's like, you gotta go do this first, because the question implied that you wouldn't actually do, like, something sensible to fix your medical problem before then, so it was the wrong answer.
For your job, or what?
Yeah, my job did the orientation thing today.
Gotcha. Is that one of the things you were gonna bitch about? I know in your message to me earlier today, you're like, yeah, I got a couple things to bitch about.
Yeah,
one was you weren't gonna like something that happened in Steins Gate. That was gonna be one of them, and then I assumed the other one was probably gonna be job related.
Yeah, that job has really gone downhill. I'm actually considering moving on next week if it doesn't start improving. Yeah, if it doesn't start improving, because
Dang.
they're they got me doing like 5 hours work in an 8-hour day, so I'm really fucking bored out of my mind.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm gonna
have you asked to see if there's more you could do?
I'm gonna be trying to make a better effort to do that tomorrow and see where it goes, if it
'Cause
improves anything.
I know, some jobs like to train people really slow, because I just personally assume they've had really dumb people in the past. Like, my job, they were like, yeah, you know, this will probably take you a couple days, and like by the end of the first day I was like, no, I got this down. And like even now, like I have enough stuff to keep me busy, but it's like the lowest priority thing that needs to get done at the office.
Yeah.
And so like I'm literally always like, do I need to be doing this, or is there something higher quality that you haven't trained me on yet? So I literally talked to them today. I'm like, when, you know, I know there's more things, because like the thing they have me doing does eventually end, because like they're having me scan in like old contracts into the computer so that we have them all digital. Yeah, you have to go down the stairs.
Oh, down the stairs.
Yeah, I know it looks like that door is where it's pointing, but you actually have to go down the stairs and out a door on the bottom level.
I was considering maybe there was a security button I had to hit.
Nope.
There it is.
See how the door is below the, yeah. But yeah, so like, you know, so eventually I'll have all the contracts, you know, scanned digitally, right? And at that point, you know, what is my job? So I like, because I was like, literally, that's what I spend almost all my days doing right now, other than like a couple other responsibilities that take like an hour. But like, I was talking around, and I know I'm gonna be doing, like, my job at least specifically is they're having me be like a Swiss Army knife, where
they got you doing everything at the office.
Well, essentially, I'm going to be doing a little bit of everything, because with different, essentially sometimes with different people. So like, I know I was talking to the guy who like runs some of the stuff for our website and runs some of the digital stuff, and he's like, he was telling me about how they were talking, and they're gonna, you know, he said he has a shit ton of stuff on his plate right now, but he's like, probably come August, you're gonna be my assistant with a lot of the online stuff, and I'm like, that's cool. So like I'll get to do stuff with the letters that get emailed out to customer, you know.
Yeah, like, you get to do a bit of marketing stuff.
Yeah, and then, you know, right now I do a lot of random assistant stuff for the head administrator, and I do some like contract stuff. I do stuff when my main job only happens if, you know, a person like needs me, which is a customer calls for customer support stuff. So like I answer the phone when customers call for customer support related questions. Which sometimes, but then at the end of the day, if it's like specific things that like I don't have any control about, like I literally just passed it on to my, you know, the head administrator anyway. So like, for the most part, you know, it's pretty nice. Kind of low pressure. Essentially, anybody who's going to be a massive douchewagon to me over the phone is just going to end up having to deal with my manager anyway.
Yeah.
Typically, what they're going to be super pissed off about is something I can't do anything about.
Yeah, because you're just a third party to, you know, other people.
Yep, I'm just the assistant to like just about everybody.
Well, I meant like the Value Connection, you know, gives coupons to other businesses, so.
Oh yeah, that too. What we're selling is other companies' products.
I don't know if it's gonna pan out to fix anything. I mean, honestly, I would have considered quitting earlier, but I got a vacation in a couple of weeks, so it wouldn't really make sense to look for another job when I'm gonna be out of town for a week.
Right.
But I don't know. My parents were really unsupportive in what I wanted to do, because they basically were just, their first thing was just like, you know, suck it up, it's a terrible job, you're still getting paid. And it's like, I know I'm getting paid, but like I'm kind of just sitting around playing solitaire for multiple hours a week. I'm like, I kind of just don't want to be there anymore.
Hopefully they...
I think this is also another consequence, is that they got me in like really early, because the person that was supposed to train me left 2 days after I started.
Oh yeah, that's kind of rough.
So I'm thinking that
the person I replaced,
I should probably pull up
ammo.
I should probably pull up the wheel.
Or wait. Oh no, you probably still have the piercing on your pistol. I was gonna like use the bomb pistol.
Where? Get that freaking thing out. That's gonna destroy the hell out of this thing. Come on, give my button.
Well, like I still think you have the piercing on it, but
Destroy!
Oh no, you have that. I can tell by the color of the gun. If it's red, you have because every gun or every mod does something visual to the.
This is the bomb gun, right? I don't think I replaced. Yeah, that's the the pistol
It takes
shape.
a bit before they blow up. It takes a bit before they blow up.
Well, at least I got him with one of the buttons.
But
So yeah, I think that's probably a consequence is that they probably didn't train me for everything she did. So I kind of have to figure it out after the fact.
Or get someone that can at least do it for you after the fact.
Well, apparently there's the person who originally did the job, so I can at least ask her about it.
Yeah. Because
So
I know.
I'm gonna give that a shot, see if it pans out to anything. And you're a turret. Fuck you.
Jacob.
Well, I survived that.
I mean, because you're doing a lot more damage.
Roger that.
Yeah, I mean it's a 40% increase. Holy shit.
Um.
I'm amazed neither of us saw that as a problem before.
No, what happened was I didn't read the entire effect.
Oh yeah, but we also
I
didn't
just
realize
read it
in
had
combat
piercing.
that was a problem. Ah, damn it, we're gonna have
I
to...
thought it was weird that you weren't carrying through things as fast as I remembered carrying through certain things.
Yeah, like the regular Cerberus soldier should just be killed in like 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah, because Mass Effect's not a hard game.
Nope. I mean, Mass Effect 2 is probably one of the easiest games ever. Jacob, don't sacrifice
Mass
yourself,
Effect
we
doesn't-
need you!
Mass Effect doesn't focus on being super hard.
Yeah, I mean, even the final boss of Mass Effect 2 was just a big pushover.
Yeah, I mean... So, I will definitely state
Out by
this
the skin of our
game's
teeth again,
final
Shepard.
mission has
Nice to see
a
you back
good
in
chunk of what I consider tough encounters.
I was afraid we wouldn't get any.
Oh, so it's just a bunch of, hard enemies slapped together back to back.
I mean, kind of. It's that plus a shit ton of other crap. Like, it's enough to just kind of overwhelm you, which is what it's supposed to be, because
You two.
It's the end of the
final
world.
push against it's final push against the Reapers. So of course, there's gonna be a shit ton of Reaper shit being thrown at you.
I'm disappointed in you, Jacob. How dare you?
I have a feeling you'll do all right, Shepard.
You could have replaced,
Report to Admiral Hackett.
big tough guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh,
I've never met anyone like you.
Vega? I don't know. You seem to get along good with Vega whenever Vega talks. Like, I thought you were kind of liking Vega, even though, yeah, he's just Beefhead Jock.
I do like Vega, I just can't remember his goddamn name.
James Vega.
I thought that was his
name is
last
Ja-
name.
Yeah, so Vega's his last name, but like when you interact with him and stuff, like the icon that comes up says Vega. I'm pretty sure, like all the in-game prompts refer to him as Vega, but then like a lot of characters will call him James.
His
So
name's
it's kind of
James.
weird. It's kind of weird that like he's kind of a character that a lot of things refer to him by his last name when everybody else is referred to by their first name. Because like everybody, everybody's got a first and last name, and
I'm
you're.
sending you a large team of scientists.
I guess Cortez gets called by his last name, but he's not really a party member. He's just like one of the people on your ship.
Will do, and I'll put them.
You're gonna be on constant Cerberus watch, even though you were on that before.
You'll be a valuable asset.
Really, Jacob Taylor?
Snagging Dr. Cole.
That was
Yeah,
his
that's-
name?
Yup. Jacob's last name's Taylor.
It's amazing he's not the most boring character ever with a name like that.
A lot of people think he's one of the more boring ones, but he's not the most boring one. A lot of people think he's like second to last boring, which I agree with. I think he's not. Vega's lower to the bottom. I like Vega more than I like Jacob personally. I think Caden's the most boring person, and Ashley's kind of pretty boring, but
I'd
by
probably...
being a space racist, she's at least slightly more interesting in that regard.
I guess she's
Fair.
illogically angry. There's something to that.
But yeah.
I'd probably...
So I've seen Ashley across all 3 games. You have it.
Well, yeah, because Ashley,
Oh,
came
go
in
talk
and
to- Go talk to Caden.
Ashley came in and I immediately hated her. So that
Anyway,
wasn't going to happen.
This actually might be a good time to go see if all the crew members have something new to say. See if Trainer has anything new to say. I feel like Trainer has more conversations than fucking What's-Her-Face in the previous game did. Where are you going? Who are you going to talk to?
Is it the... Oh, wait, that isn't the crew quarters, is it?
No, this is like the...
Oh, shit, I'm trapped in the loading barrier.
I think it's just taking extra long to load because you were like doing shit with the camera that confused it.
Oh, yeah, I probably should talk to Joker and, I don't know, slap him. Just for no reason, just slap Joker.
I'm curious if Trainer has more to say, because I remember really liking Trainer, which makes me think she has more to say than Kelly.
I like Trainer, too, quite a bit.
He'll be okay.
Glad to hear it. Nice to see those Cerberus scientists come to their senses.
This literally reminds me of a conversation I'd have at work.
Anyone who isn't indoctrinated has to see that.
Hey, how's it going? It's going good. That sounds good. Blah.
What's on your mind, Edie?
Hey, Edie, how's the tits going?
In calculating whether the mass effect is a phenomenon that occurs only in our universe, or in all possible universes. It may be that our laws of
Why is she studying that?
That might have just been a thought she had, not necessarily a full-on study.
I guess Edie being a supercomputer probably has more time to think of existential things than just piloting the ship.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she's not like. What's interesting is she's there in person, like piloting the ship, but she is still inside the ship. She's both in the ship and inside the robot at the same time.
Which does explain why she's helping out Liara on her physics homework.
Yeah.
Liara, we need to focus. Slap.
I mean, it's more like her random. But I'm curious if Trainer has more to say. But I also know Trainer gets a lot more to say.
Hey, I haven't accepted that invitation yet, Trainer. Stop getting presumptuous on me.
The brass thinks they'll be a big help in the Crucible.
First Grissom Academy, now
Who the fuck is the brass in this equation?
The Alliance HQ.
Their cockpits for each kill. I'm thinking of getting one by the galaxy map.
I don't think anyone's done that since World War II, Trainer. Or maybe the Korean War.
I bet they do it. I bet they do it in the future. A lot of stuff, a lot of space stuff gets to.
Yeah, Trainer, why don't you become a badass? And I'll meet you later in my quarters.
She's a badass. She's a lesbian again.
Come on, Trainer!
Remember?
Trainer! Trainer, stop ignoring me!
Remember how I mentioned I thought Edie's voice was hot? It's cause I like girls.
Trainer, stop ignoring me!
She has nothing more to say right now.
Ah! I have been denied everything.
Man,
now,
now
I'm gonna go have to, I don't know, calibrate the guns or something.
You fell in love. You felt no, that's Garrus's job. You felt because he's always got the guns to calibrate. Anyway, but you fell in love with a lesbian. That's just on you. You just pulled the short end of the straw there.
It's so unfair. I could have.
You'll have to just replay as the game as female Shepard so that you can experience what it's like to fall in love with Trainer.
I could have had the assistant in Mass Effect 2 if she wasn't boring. I could have had the assistant in Mass Effect 3 if she didn't not like me.
She likes you as a friend. She's just
not
sexually attracted to you.
You're in the boring room. That makes sense.
What's up?
I've just been sitting here thinking.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Have you been thinking that you're a massive blockhead? Is your haircut painted on?
What do you mean?
I mean, Dr. Cole and her team, they seem like good people.
Well, what'd you think? Cerberus was just full of, giant, huge racists?
Yes.
I mean, even the Nazis probably had some good people in them. Somewhere. A team isn't universal, Caden. It's just a good thing that no one will ever hear that.
You stay on a video that's going on the internet.
No one's gonna get this far. Hey, everybody.
You never know. What happens if we blow up and become super internet famous 2 months from now, and then people go back in our backlog?
Well, then they'll have some funny comments to say.
Fair.
I
Yeah, what are you gonna
I
say to
cannot.
him when he's thinking about other people being stuck and trapped inside Cerberus, struggling to get out?
I don't know. My brain is having a hard time parsing this question for some reason. Okay, I think I can answer this question.
I was gonna say, if you don't know, you could always just say, well, what do you think?
These people. We
Pass the question back to him.
That's the best we can do.
I know.
Sometimes the best we can do won't feel like enough, but it's all we've got.
That is literally Shepard's motto. That's the perfect way to put it.
They were good people.
They were professionals. I didn't know them all.
And the elusive man?
They did a job.
Once? Ever?
Well, he
was probably a good person at least 3 times in his life.
Exactly.
I'd bet on 3 times.
From him. Sorry. I'm not sure what I want you to
No, I saw this coming immediately when I met him. Like, he was... The man is made of shiftiness.
With an agenda. Yeah, he's a man.
Like, there's not even a man there. He's just shiftiness incarnate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucker.
I'd say don't dwell on him, is my thought.
Yeah, he's a fucker. Don't think about him.
He's deluded and wrong. But this?
He's always been kind of power hungry. I mean...
He's also racist, a Nazi, and a bad person.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's basic. Yeah. I'd call him a space Nazi. I mean, he's just... Essentially, he's a human supremacist, which, I mean, let's be real here. If aliens existed, humans would probably unite a bit more than they were and be less divided on race between humans, and just start, the white supremacists would just become human supremacists.
Kaden, you kind of have a bad poker face, too.
That was a weird camera shot that happened.
This game's full of that bullshit, intentionally or unintentionally.
I mean, once again, I feel like some of it's loading issues with the console. Because I feel like I had less of them. Like, they do happen on PC, but there's less of them.
And we meet our favorite fax machine again.
You always have to come in here to check on the fax machine?
Well, no one's betting on the fax machine. That's the problem.
Well,
What's the matter?
Like, people keep constantly betting
the... talking to? Oh, Garrus and James are in this place.
With the Citadel refugees.
Garrus and James are over here instead of being, downstairs and in the guns.
Well, I guess I could do that. That sounds like a thing I could do.
What'd she say?
We gotta go to the refugees and pay them for their medical stuff.
Funny you mentioned those. Ever hear the name Archangel?
What are you doing? You're just staring at each other.
I think they're having like a stupid man-off.
Maybe I heard something about that too.
Then maybe
you also... You have to... I think if you talk to them, they'll explain, but first you should hear them out what they're saying.
Mysteriously dropped.
Well, this is an interesting conversation, so I'll just let it go.
So you ran a cleaning service on Omega. Back on Fel Prime?
James, stop being an idiot.
Had to kill him by myself.
2 worm necks, that's almost impressive.
Oh, that's not even the best part. They left behind an egg. It hatched, and I trained it to let me fly it.
Oh, fuck off, James.
Oh, yeah, he's making shit up.
It's a gift.
Well, at least he owns it.
It's a gift. Did you make that shit up yourself? I think if you talk to them, they might say what how it started, but I'm not sure.
At least not everyone in Cerberus has lost their mind.
No, they just have random shit to say.
See, Garrus agrees with me on the Nazi
one of the
thing.
things I like about 3 is you'll walk around and sometimes shit like this is happening, where like...
Hey, Commander.
Instead of crew members sitting in their one spot, they'll be someplace else.
Yeah, I'll have at least a bit of a reaction to it.
And they'll be talking to one another, and
I think using my biotics to toss someone across the room is a decent attention grabber.
Yes, but it's also a good way to draw enemy fire.
Well, you can handle yourself in a fight now, Liara. I mean, not that your biotics weren't impressive the first time we met.
Couldn't you always do that?
Fair share of opportunities to use them these past few years.
Well, I'm glad you got through in one piece.
So the idea is, while she had biotics, because all Asari naturally have biotics, she wasn't combat trained, really. She was a scientist.
What are you talking about? You're freaking playing physics with Edie. I thought you wanted to talk.
No, she wants to talk on the Citadel because everybody wants to talk on the Citadel. Oh yeah, if you missed this, that Dr. Bryn person's in a relationship with Jacob. It's his like girlfriend or fiance or some shit that happened between the last game.
Yeah, sure.
Going into more detail on. Which, oh man, must crush Kasumi's soul. Because after you do Kasumi's mission in Mass Effect 2, she mentions offhandedly that she thinks Jacob's attractive.
Whoops. Oh, that guy's actually in a classic fantasy fashion. That's a politician that's actually going under the table to help people.
Nice. I mean, I don't know who any of those characters are.
Somebody named Phillips and Cujo, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Fair
remember this.
We've all got one of those.
Just one, huh?
Yeah. Not every story has a happy ending.
Except there was...
I would imagine Garrus's life is full of bad endings.
He was pretty good with a gun, but he thought he was some kind of hotshot.
Yeah, I knew this wise-ass Marine named Jimmy Vega. Sounds like a pole dancer on Omega. Always got on my nerves.
What? No, it doesn't.
The name Jimmy Vega sounds like a stripper name, is what he's saying.
It
Which,
does
I mean, yeah,
not.
if you turn James into Jimmy, it kinda could sound like it
Finally
does.
kick the Reapers from this galaxy and into the next.
With a little help from their friends.
I love how I left them alone for 2 minutes and they became immediately friends.
Yeah, I mean, so when you came back, they were talking about, so Garrus isn't gonna be in there, because Garrus is, down there, so this room's just gonna be empty.
Yeah, but I have to inspect if he finally did his fucking job.
Do the guns look calibrated?
God damn it, Garrus, the guns aren't calibrated. You've been working on them for 2 years.
You've been calibrating them since Mass Effect 2.
You stupid idiot. What have you been fucking doing? You calibrated them to shoot themselves.
He's been talking to James apparently.
Hear what it means to be a real soldier.
Well, you weren't technically a soldier, Garrus. You were a fucking merc.
I mean, so I'm pretty sure it's written somewhere that all Turians have a stint in the military.
I think I remember hearing about that once.
How, Sweden and stuff does shit like that.
I think you're thinking about Switzerland.
No, Finland! Finland does it. I'm pretty sure in Finland you automatically have to serve in the military.
Maybe.
For a set amount of time, which is why I think I was thinking of
I know the Swiss do that.
Oh, the Swiss do it? Yeah, maybe I'm confusing Sweden with Switzerland. Alright, does Diana have anything new to say?
Well, I can get you a fucking chair, Diana. What the hell?
As Alenko had media training, he just gave me this steady stare during our interview.
Who's Alenko?
Caden's last name is Alenko.
Don't worry about him. Why are you even interviewing him? He's a boring asshole.
He's a Spectre.
Oh, I almost hit the wrong option.
Yeah, careful on that. The game might give you a second, are you sure kind of statement where you have to pick it again. I would hope. You guys aren't. We know. I'm gonna save you the trouble. The two guys in there, they might be saying something when you walk in, but they won't have anything new to say if you talk to them.
What do you mean? You look whiskey.
Hey, Scotch, my dear girl. That scunner drinks American bourbon. Completely different.
He's a psychotic megalomaniac.
How dare you! You're being racist towards the racist.
No, he's saying if you like bourbon, you're trash. And he's saying if you like Scotch, you're all right. So that's how he's saying he knows the Elusive Man's evil, because the Elusive Man drinks bourbon.
You're flexing that accent a bit much, dude. No one believes
I drink
you.
Scotch.
I drink Scotch on the bar.
Well, I feel like he intentionally did, it's like, if I would be like,
God damn it.
don't ya know, I can, if you can intentionally say things with a bit more of your accent if you want.
Oh,
So
wait,
I
I don't
think he's
want to...
intentionally doing that to... Do you want to talk to Javix or not?
No, Javic's a dick. You don't care about Jacob, you liar.
Yeah, when he's curious about something. So, I don't know. I think James will probably not be down here, but you can still talk to Cortez.
Cortez is more interesting, at least. As long as he's not fucking crying.
I think him and James are both, like, equally as interesting. Cortez has his whole dead...
Cortez, stop being sad. Wait, you're not Cortez.
That's neither of those guys are Cortez.
Here
Cortez
you are.
at
You're the
that
one with the
table?
prompt.
Let me know you've left the premises, okay? I need to know if I'm picking up my commander in one piece.
Bitch, I can escape a fucking nuclear star blowing up. I don't need you to tell me, Dad. I don't really give a shit. I carry all my ammo from the mission.
If I recall correctly, he's the quartermaster.
You don't need to worry about my bullets. I get all my bullets from the enemies anyway.
I mean, the starter bullets you start with, and, whether or not your gun shoots, it's, is, stuff that is more tied to him. You can have all the bullets the enemies drop, but if your gun, is broken...
Traitor, why are you keeping track of my terrible social schedule? I barely have one to begin with.
She's a Yowman, I think. I don't know if I think her technical title is something specialist Samantha Trainer.
We're gonna have to go to get fuel somewhere.
But Kelly Chambers' title was Yowman Kelly Chambers, and a Yowman's like a Navy secretary.
I don't know where the fucking fuel is.
Yeah, I think it's in every galaxy when you get there. So just pick one to go to.
Yeah, let's do another boring mission, and then we'll do the last interesting one.
Spider Base, for all I know. Like, I thought Cerberus Spider Base was the big one, because I'm trying to remember whose mission is what.
There's the fuel.
You have to talk to Miranda to get the Miranda one, so it's not, that's the Miranda one, and we got the message from Miranda to go to talk to her. Jacobs is an email that brings you to the scientists. I believe someone tells you about the Arctic Yakshi place getting attacked, which has you run into Samara, but you don't know Samara's there.
Okay, Cerberus fighter. We gotta take. Actually,
Okay,
James
so
and Caden. James and Caden will be the perfect team.
Yeah. I think you have to level up everything of Caden's, though.
Yeah, he hasn't been properly leveled up since fucking Mass Effect 1.
True.
Jacob.
Check all your guns to make sure they don't have the piercing mods. I don't know what's on your pistol.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have the
Get
piercing
that
mod on
fucking
anything.
off of there immediately.
Give James something else.
He's got a shotgun, because he's a badass.
What does he have on the shotgun? Did he have the...
I need to mod your guns. I'll probably need to give you different guns.
Also potentially change them. Do you want to change them to different guns? Yeah. So that's the Carnifex. It's a heavy pistol that hurts a little bit more.
Yeah, it's really heavy. Let's just take it.
That's increased ammo clip. There's the increased damage one.
Okay, except go to the gun that actually works properly. Because everyone's forced to love that gun by my order.
It's a good gun. I use it in Mass Effect 2. I think it's a DLC gun in 2 that you is literally just there's a DLC pack that gives armor and guns that I have because I have all the DLC. That I think is how you get the Mattock.
Holy shit, you have 33 points.
Oh no, you didn't. You must have used him sometime because he does have levels and stuff. You just haven't used him in a while.
Yeah, he's got over 30 points. Holy shit. Power duration, recharge speed. Oh wow, your skills are really expensive.
Well, so the way these work is that the closer you get to the end, everybody's points cost the same. The last one costs 6. The first one's cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6.
There we go. And James, I guess.
Fortification's a good ability in my opinion. Carnage is a good one too.
Well, we could do Carnage as the last, or Fortification for one. Yeah, let's do Max Carnage.
I was gonna say you can do Fortification and Frag Grenade if you do Fortification. Fortification. There, goddammit.
Nope, we're doing all Carnage.
Sounds good.
Probably get another couple missions. We can either do this mission and another mission, or probably that and catching up on the Citadel, and that'll probably be it for this episode.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because unfortunately we're recording this on a weekday, so bada bum bum.
For the time being, expect our episodes to be a bit shorter, as I believe because of summer weekends being busy with all sorts of different, family stuff, weddings, different things like that.
We're gonna move some things around, and
we're currently going to be recording on weekdays for basis.
How do you want me to handle this?
Well, at least for the next couple.
Catch our live when we do things, live streaming. Catch those on Thursday at our normal time, but on Thursdays now. And then
I can drop you there, but it's got to be now.
Let's do it.
This is gonna fuck up pretty damn hard because I think the entire planet's made of ice. They're just gonna crash us into a mountain. We pan over the landscape and see a crashed Mako in the background. Wow, I got here and 5 seconds later I'm under attack.
He said he's dropping you in a hot zone.
Oh, that's what they were talking about.
Don't forget to hit your fire ammo. Why?
Oh yeah, we were literally invading a base.
Yup.
See, everything makes sense when you think about it for more than 7 seconds.
You're just chewing through them now that you don't have that damage reduction.
Yeah, might as well just run up to their faces and fuck everybody.
That makes the Banshees a lot less,
of a problem.
Or a lot less, thicker.
That guy took one shot.
I mean, he was already injured when you shot him. I think your allies shot him.
What a giant baby. Okay, well that was nothing. I'm surprised that BioWare was so committed to writing all this lore that they'll write stuff that is literally meaningless. Kinda reminds me of Metroid Prime and how they were so committed to having lore for everything, and some of it's just like they made up their own goddamn measurements for things just to have more lore.
They made up a whole nother game that's now coming out. Right? Isn't there a thing that meant the new fucking game that's coming out?
I doubt it, considering Metroid Prime came out in 2003, and
there's a mission report that's talking about a mission that's named after the game that they're making.
I mean, there might be. That sounds like it could be a thing.
And so, you get to read this mission report that
they mentioned Dread once.
Yeah,
maybe.
And it's one time, but it made a lot of people theorize back then that they were going to make a game called Dread. And now they actually did it.
Yeah, these guys are freaking shit now. I can kill them in 3 hits. I mean, technically all Metroid games are made up on the spot because there's no lore continuation or anything. Not
Fair.
If you remember back when the ending of Halo 2 that guaranteed there'd be a Halo 3.
Yeah.
The infamous finish the fight cutscene.
Nintendo, for the most part, doesn't do that a whole lot. I can't think of very many Nintendo games that leave on, something that's oh yeah, they're definitely gonna be a sequel to this.
I think because they kind of do their sequels differently, where they won't guarantee, a specific sequel, they're always just gonna guarantee that another game's gonna come out. Because they don't...
I don't think they necessarily guarantee. If it's not Mario or
If it's not Mario or Zelda, they don't guarantee it.
There's no guarantee. I guess Pokemon has a guarantee.
Well, yeah, because everybody's paychecks rely on the 3-year cycle. Which is why Pokemon will never be good.
It does not have a 3-year cycle, by the way. It has a 1-year cycle now.
Oh, that sucks.
A Pokemon game comes out every year. So, like... I guess there's, like, time between gens a bit. I think. I have to, like, do the math. But, yeah, like, you know... Sword and Shield came out, you know, and then this year we're getting the Diamond and Pearl remakes, right?
Well, yeah, but those are remakes.
I think there might have been a year.
This will take a while.
I think.
Commander, you've got enemies inbound and we can't wait. Someone's got to get those defenses.
We always have enemies inbound. Tell me something I don't know.
Probably Caden.
Yeah, Caden, you're boring. Go do it.
I was gonna say Caden's smarter and not just a muscle dude. And
no problem, Cortez. Get out of there.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll just shoot myself out of a cannon and hit the shuttle somehow.
No, eventually what happens is you kill enough dudes that, like, Cortez can get back. Cortez gets, like, shoot away in a lot of missions where he's just like, I can't, there's too many. I got a bogey on my tail. And you're like, alright, Slippy, I mean Cortez. I mean, he's not as incompetent as Slippy, because you don't actually have to save him. Like, he can shake the bogeys himself.
Well, he better be competent, because fucking hell, he's the only guy we've got. As long as he doesn't suddenly go into one of his crying fits, he's usually pretty good.
I mean, you know, he lost his husband. It definitely haunts him, like...
Well, yeah, but it still haunts him. If he's gonna keep doing that, I need to replace him with someone who's not doing that.
I want to point out, he's never let it affect his job. Like,
well, not yet.
During downtime, he's confessed in you about the difficulties that come with it.
And also, why does everyone come to Shepard for their personal problems? Why do they think Shepard cares?
Because you're the protagonist, and that's how RPGs do shit.
How dare you, tropes and conventions? This isn't how the world works. This is exactly why everyone hates anime.
I mean, the idea is that he's very much a leader, and a lot of people do go to leaders with things like that.
Oh, how much you want to bet we're gonna have to fight a big mech or 2 mechs at the end of this mission?
I'll actually take that bet for this mission. I don't think you're gonna fight a mech.
Okay, I guess I could put $10 on this.
Because this is one of the really minor missions where you don't even bump into anybody, and it's just like one very small map pulled off Cerberus.
So it's what
minor things.
So it's one of those missions that they just spun out of a multiplayer map.
Yeah. There's a couple missions in this game that are Cerberus ones. I think you get money and some of the resources for them, so they're like worth doing, but for the most part they're never anything super interesting. It's just like, go here, shoot a bunch of Cerberus dudes, activate a couple things around the map, then clear a landing zone for Cortez. Like, they always end with clear the landing zone, which is what you're doing right now.
Which would be fine if, like, half the game wasn't Cerberus. They had, like, some enemy variety, another couple factions, you know, something.
I mean, at the end of the day, I will state, you know, most Mass Effect games, I guess one has a bit more on the unique side of stuff, but, like, most Mass Effect games do only do you have a main enemy, and then you have, like, a little side enemy. This game, I'd argue, you have 2 main enemies and no side enemies. Because you fight Cerberus a lot, and Cerberus is kind of made out to be a bigger deal. But, like, the last game you'd always fight, you know, the Eclipse, and then, like, every now and again they'd grab one of the other 2 merc groups just to, like, kind of make it different, but not...
Oh, of course a turret is the one that's kicking my ass. It's always you and the damn turret. If the turrets could be mobile, they'd be the worst thing in this game. Like, if the turrets could actually move.
Why they're not mobile?
Oh shit, they're...
He dropped a turret while you were shooting the other turret.
Well, I didn't see that coming. Maybe this mech will be made of turrets. Then they'll be unstoppable. Stop dropping your fucking asshole fucking guns!
Killed him before he activated the turrets. You're good.
What a bunch of dicks! Seriously, just put frickin' caster wheels on the turret and you got the worst enemy in the universe.
Damn it! I might have been wrong.
Atlas! Give it everything.
Look around and see if the Yeah, damn it!
I win! Yay!
Defeat the Atlas.
Hold him to it, comment section.
Either switch to grenade gun to make this quick, or switch to robot ammo, or do both.
Can you put electrical ammo on sticky grenades?
Yes, you can.
What a marvelous future we live in.
At the very beginning of the mission, you can put different ammo types on all your guns, and then when you switch, they will automatically have the ammo type they were on.
Well, that guy fragged my ass.
He's dead now, though.
Oh.
He's dead. Remember, the grenades take a second to go off, so...
Anyone wounded? Nothing.
Not only is my game delayed 5 seconds, but the ammo itself is also delayed 5 seconds. There's another strike force! Oh! Lame. Oh wait, the mission's over.
Yeah, he said, you know, you dealt with it. Oh no, he's... pick you up.
Well...
Alrighty.
At least we can fit in Tali's mission, then.
Yeah, so either run and do the main story mission, and then we'll have to, like... So, Mass Effect 3, if you haven't noticed, kind of does things in like a kind of, there's like a arc where there's several missions that back to back that are kind of tied to the same thing, and then you might jump off to do a oneer, and then you get back on an arc one. So like the Krogan one was an arc.
Yeah, that took
the Citadel one. Then you did the Citadel one, which was just like one, and then now you're starting what would be the next arc, which is the quarry and stuff. So like, as long as we remember to kind of do some of our side stuff in the middle of that arc, because all the side stuff eventually expires.
Yeah,
if you get too far in the main story, so.
Surprisingly, I picked out 3 boring missions because I wanted to kind of space things out, but none of them were scanning quests. They were just all quests.
Yeah, we might be done. I mean, or we have to go to the Citadel and pick up a new batch of scanning ones, because all the scanning ones come from random people on the Citadel saying some shit, and you like overhearing it, basically.
Yeah, we haven't been going to the Citadel all that much. Which is fine, I don't want to go there like every...
messages.
Oh, some sort of update on something.
So this is from Jacob's girlfriend that you helped in that one mission. Thank you again for all you did to get us that group out of the thing. Admiral Hackett is an amazing man, and it's a privilege to work under him. The construction of this... So she's helping to work on the
yeah, they're working on the Ultra weapon.
Alright, someone else wants to meet up on the Citadel. Who wants to meet up on the Citadel now?
Ugh. Put it on the schedule, trainer.
You didn't even read it.
Yeah,
Jacob.
I did.
Oh, on my screen, you when you said put it on the schedule, you like backed out the private terminal and then went back into it. But you're a little bit ahead of me, because as we said, there's like a 5-second delay between you and me. Because
and Jacob's complaining about the Crucible project or something. Why do you never want to talk to me?
I mean, he's just like, I'm gonna take a break and be at the Citadel, and you know, we can go talk to everybody on the Citadel after we do the first Tali mission.
Yeah, that'll probably be the play. Let's go to the farthest planet ever.
Far Rim.
Definitely not Star Wars.
First of all, you're not, to my knowledge, if I recall correctly, you were told to go meet the flotilla, so you're not.
It's the envoy ship, at least. And it looks like a giant key. And it's really, really cold, apparently. This thing isn't high-tech. They build things out of bullshit.
I mean, this might be one of the ones they originally built on their home planet when they actually had resources.
With how good of scrappers they are, I'm surprised they don't just have resources anyway. And holy shit, Tali's HD now.
That's not Tali.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against...
Are you sure?
It literally just said her name.
17 days ago, with precision
You're romancing Tali.
The Quarians initiated...
Well, that's not Tali. He's too bulky.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is...
Why do you guys give a shit about the Geth now?
Because they've always given a shit about the Geth. That's literally their whole shtick. The
Okay,
Geth
so
took
that's...
our homeworld because we made the Geth.
Okay, so that's definitely 100% not Tali.
Yeah, no. No one on the ship right now is Tali.
Okay, treaty violation. They want to go back to their planet.
They made an agreement with the Citadel that they weren't gonna fucking start shit right now. Or recently. Like,
can you give me more context about what's going on?
300 years ago.
300 years? Holy shit. That's a long time. I thought this was like 70 years ago.
We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
It is murder. They're robots.
alright. Then say the Quarians are wrong if you think it was murder.
It was murder.
Commander, the Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Well, yeah, but you can't just not call it murder then, because you think it's an accident that they exist.
Don't bother. Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
Well, if you're saying it's suicidal, why do you want justification for it?
No, he doesn't. So one of them is saying we shouldn't have done this. This entire fucking shit was a mistake. The other two are like, no, it needed to happen. We needed to retake our homeworld. Fuck the Geth. So,
so he's just being incredibly sarcastic.
Yeah. So he's calling it a suicide invasion plan because he's super pissed off about it and thinks it's not going to work and thinks this whole thing is dumb. And that once again, he's also mad that they broke the treaty.
We may have destroyed our people for good.
We've driven the Geth back to...
Wait, are they currently invading?
Yes.
And broadcasting to all Geth.
Okay.
The Reapers. Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective.
The Geth are all under Reaper control?
I don't think all of them, but...
Is this the, like...
what happened? They got desperate. The Geth got a bit desperate, is what I think happened here.
Desperate to fend off the Quarians?
I mean...
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
That thing looks like a Reaper.
I could board, then disable the Reaper
command
signal.
Reapers are shaped somewhat differently.
Yes. Cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't go into, you know, murdering the entire race mode. Oh, genocide. Genocide was the word I was trying to go for.
And remember, they're putting civilian ships into this fight for some stupid reason.
It's because they're very, very desperate.
Has offered.
How did they even get the clearance to do this? This seems like it'd be politically nonsensical.
Well, so that's the Admiralty Board right there. Those people are the people in charge for their government.
Thank you.
That's amazing. I'm surprised they got anyone to agree on this.
Well, so you remember, you have multiple of them agreeing and one disagreeing. It's a democracy, so the one that disagrees is...
Yeah, but a democracy of 3 sounds like a terrible idea.
It has to do with, cause if I remember right, the way it works is there's like a military hierarchy, and then the people at the top of the hierarchy then form a small democracy.
Wow, that's fucking callous, BioWare.
What did it say?
I did it for the fleet. It's like, wow.
I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the
Well, what about you guys? You're probably under Reaper, like, fucking shit with everybody else.
No, because they don't fucking have a planet.
Well, yeah, but under your fire too, the Reapers?
No, because they're going after all the planets right now.
I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
Oh! BioWare actually remembered I did that. I brought Legion with you on your fucking mission. Which was a terrible fucking idea, and it was hilarious.
Still want me is about romance, by the way. That's what this line's doing. It's like, hey, you know...
That sounds like a really obtuse way to shove that in there, but I guess.
I mean, it's more like, now that we're done talking about this, I have to ask.
Yeah, but you kind of need to segue into that.
Well, there he did. He segued into how she's the dirty little secret of the Admiralty Board because she was technically exiled. Because you failed at that.
Yeah, how did you get on their good side?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Thank you. If you want to talk in private,
Maybe you could invite me up to your cabin?
Maybe I could.
Nah, let's just do it right here. I mean, we're alone.
You're also in a hallway. If you remember where this room is in the ship.
Totally worth it.
God damn.
That's funny. I never romanced Tali into this game. So, like, I find it funny that she's like, oh yeah, still is a good time.
I mean, we just talked for a couple minutes.
What?
Let's go shoot some stuff first.
You went and macked on stuff. Yeah, really? Was that all that one mission was? I thought...
Wait, that was the mission?
Yeah, I guess it kicks off to the next mission. Like, going to this one is a cutscene that drives off to the next mission.
Okay, I guess we'll get in the relay and see what's Okay, we're just going over there, I guess.
Yeah, because it's all right over here.
So the Koreans are actually making out in the best in this situation. I'm surprised.
And they're in a tight spot right now, but they're the aggressors in this
Okay, we
fight.
can go to the debris field. We can go to the migrant fleet. Now let's see what's going on in the migrant fleet.
I don't think you can land at the migrant fleet right now.
What's up, guys? You got a bunch of spheres.
A flotilla of 50,000 craft, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Oh my god, it's a bunch of shit. What the fuck is a Dyson bubble?
Hold on, I just explained it. The Geth placed an ultra-lightweight constructions around the sun to collect energy, arranged in a vast array known as a Dyson bubble. So Dyson bubble is this shit they put around the sun to harvest energy.
I think that's called a Dyson sphere. I think you got it wrong, BioWare.
I mean, maybe it's a spin on whatever in real life a Dyson sphere is. Like, maybe it's like a futuristic, more fancy version of a Dyson sphere.
Well, it doesn't exist in real life because it's just a big theory.
Oh, it's a hypothetical thing? Yeah, so then this probably builds off of that. Or something.
Let's see what you got for your alternate costumes. I mean, that looks awful. That looks pretty cool. Now let's put the two sexy people together. That'll make a good team. I mean, Edie has an unfair advantage. She was built to be a sex bot.
No, the body she took and is using was potentially built to be a sex bot. And by that I mean it was built for infiltration, and honeypot's a classic way of infiltration.
Because everyone in every fiction is stupid.
Oh, honeypot's an effective strategy in real life.
God damn, I didn't think Tali would use a shotgun.
She's always used a shotgun. She's had shotgun proficiency since the first game.
Okay, the fire read is fucking garbage, so I'm probably not going to use that.
The which one?
The...
super high damage one?
Yeah, the one that maxes out its damage.
Yeah. It's got the highest spread, but does the highest damage.
Wow, these mods all suck. Well, I guess we'll pick the least worst ones at least. And now give you the best gun, and we'll be on our way. Wow, you have no points.
Feels like you've used Edie a lot. So
Tali's got 60 points. This is going to take forever.
I mean, you know, put everything at level 3 and then make your last decisions after that. That's one way.
Recharge sounds good. You get a defense drone. Cool. Let's get everything up to level 4 at least. That'll cost 10 points per...
It made the drones a lot better in this game, if I recall.
Okay, then let's do the explosive benefit. Sabotage, you're going to be great at that, since you saved in Mass Effect 2 with your tech abilities.
And she's... So, if you remember Mass Effect 1, all your parties had a gauge that kind of showed, like, what percentage they were of each class, essentially, right? and that's essentially how everything works in Mass Effect. There's essentially 3 tracks of abilities that are all based on, you know, like physical combat stuff or like normal combat stuff, biotics, and then tech. And then every class Shepard can be is some combination of those. And then
apparently Mass Effect 3 Shepard is a really paragon right now.
And then all the other... It's because a lot of the big choices that you made, you know, are things that are super paragon-y, like curing the genophage.
Probably gonna tank that a little bit because we're not gonna genocide the Geth. And that's might be a bad idea.
Actually, not genociding the Geth is the paragon.
ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
I thought pissing off the Quarians would mean we're going renegade.
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected
There's 3 or 4 different ways you can solve this conflict.
Well, genocides aren't, like, simple, Joker. Joker, you better not blow us up again.
You're not doing a genocide. You're, you know, getting in there, doing a thing so they can escape.
This isn't a time for jokes.
Okay, we haven't been detected, so clearly Joker was wrong. Because I was singing the... Well, I guess technically he said the Russian national anthem, and I was singing the USSR national anthem. I also wasn't singing the words. So...
Nah, he can't sing in Russian. No one knows what those words even are.
I know, like, the first word's like... Say yoy or something like that, or something that sounds similar to that.
Wow, that was really easy.
Yeah, because you had stealth systems that made it so they couldn't detect you, and then you flew into a battle already in process.
Edie, so a body.
It has proven useful.
It's a long story.
Not unless you go crazy and decide to overthrow the humans.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have a thing about AI.
Goes Corian.
There's a problem. All tubes except one are physically secured. I see the free one.
What do you mean all tubes? What tubes are you talking about?
I don't remember the plan. I assume the plan was you're supposed to enter through some tube.
Well, Tali, you have experience in that. Get in the tube.
Oh, did you have Tali go on the tube in the final mission of 2?
Yeah, she was crawling in the fucking, like, air ducts or whatever.
Gotcha.
Okay, so how am I gonna get over there? How do I get over there?
You're magnetized to the ground, but you can walk on the walls and ceilings, so you have to, like, find the path.
This is pretty interesting.
Can you hold down the run button to move faster, out of curiosity?
Apparently not. That's odd.
Okay. I mean, I know Mass Effect 2... Except for the sun flare, it's hard to see that thing.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that there.
Oh, there you can see it.
Tali, have you ever seen your planet?
Nope. She has never stepped foot on it.
Well,
she's only heard stories, because as they said, what was it, 700 years, 300 years? How many years was it? 700?
It was 700 years. Well, no, wait, it was 300. I said 70.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm getting the 7, because you thought it was 70.
The lack of gravity.
Well, I thought it was weird that it was like 3 centuries ago.
I think in a previous game, I thought I said it was like 1,000 years or something. Like, I said that to you, which means I was wrong, because I don't remember every detail.
Well, I didn't think it was like ancient history. I thought it was like something that recently happened.
Those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
Well, I mean, they're Geth, they're robots. I'd imagine they'd probably think that.
But yeah, that is because I think this is twice now you've had to get on some sort of Geth thing, and you'd use the fact that they didn't have any windows.
Looks like the rest of the team.
Should they still have windows considering space vacuum?
No, because it's structural weakness. So they just put metal there because they don't need to see out it. So.
Oh yeah.
So it's worse to have windows, because windows are easier to break.
Oh, so they literally can't see us because they don't have windows.
Yeah, so if they can't pick you up on their scanners, they literally have no idea you're there, because the way they find out if you're there is they plug themselves into the ship and look using the scanners.
Surprised that these robots didn't think through that downside.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Joker was saying. He's like, I'm surprised that they're like, you know, there's no way they're gonna try the no windows things twice, because you've done the no windows thing before.
Not the way you'd have done it.
Boy, on my screen, and maybe it's just the stream over Discord, it's chugging. Like, the frame rate is so bad right now.
You might have to wait a minute for it to improve, because I'm getting smooth frames on this. I'm just trying to fucking figure out how to get around.
This hasn't been the first time today where the frames got iffy. This is definitely, I think, the longest amount of time it's been kind of bad.
Okay, I need to get up there somehow. Don't worry, nothing interesting's happening. I just have to fucking get up there.
As I said, I'm seeing it for the most part. Oh no, now the frame rate literally cut to like 0 frames.
Well, I could updo the stream again if it's gonna keep doing that.
I mean, we're almost done with the stream for today, so you know, at the end of the day, it's whatever. We can look into it for next time and just apologize for the shitty video. Or parts of the video kind of shitty.
No, the video should be recording fine. Your stream doesn't. The stream doesn't affect that.
Okay.
Because you're basically just watching the Elgato window. The Elgato window is still recording. Right. I mean, I'm not recording the stream. That's a terrible idea.
Oh yeah, fair.
I think we're good to go.
Great. If you override the controls, we'll be right there.
The Geth don't believe in lit windows, but they definitely believe in ladders.
Anyway, don't forget to put on the electric ammo, because you're going to be fighting Geth.
And don't forget the dodge roll for no reason. Whee!
No, that's fire ammo. That's not effective against Geth.
I'll fix it. I'll make my gun shoot bananas at them. Hey, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I will try to find a more convenient docking point next time.
Next time?
You know what the next convenient docking point's gonna be? We're gonna crash the Normandy directly into the ship and get out wherever.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's ended up being what Edie ends up figuring out is the best way to actually get aboard. It's like, you know, we just ram them. We can just jump out of our shit while it's broken.
Edie, I told ya.
Oh,
working on the goddamn Joker romance thing was a dumb idea. It fragged your brain. And now you're thinking of these dumbass plans. Ram the Normandy into the
Don't forget to grab the new gun.
Oh, I thought that she just put that pistol down for some reason.
Yeah, so you can pick it up.
It's Admiral Zen's design. It transmits an energy.
So where are we headed?
We're looking for an operations center.
Yeah, you can tell me later, Tali.
Where's the closest one?
Right there.
You did fine at the collector base.
See, they're even referencing the fact that they made her do that.
Expensive.
Cool that it remembers which character you sent in the vents.
I'm surprised that BioWare gives a shit about these small of details.
Well, so you gotta remember, this is older BioWare before it was shit. So, like, fucking, there's super minute shit in, like, Dragon Age that gets carried over. Like, really minute random crap. And remember the fact that, like, literally every person you've ever met always keeps showing up. Like, you keep bumping into random minor people you met and getting to know what's happening in their lives in case you were curious.
Well, you know,
someone's gonna like that character a lot, so...
Why does anyone give a shit about Crazy Guy's brother, dude?
Because someone's gonna... Because someone everywhere is gonna care about a character.
Would you even classify that guy as a character?
Maybe not even most people, but someone.
They're just like those people who liked, who romanced the Mass Effect 2 receptionist. They're those people.
Kelly Chambers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, I can appreciate a little bit the effort that it must take to see something in a character who is built to be the most boring person imaginable.
Or at least a character that... See, I don't think they were intentionally built to be boring. I think they were a character of least priority of being interesting. So they weren't intended to be boring, but they were the character given the least amount of thought of being interesting, because...
Are you sure? Because aren't they taking cover? Taking cover is a self-preservation instinct.
Then take them down before they...
Tali, are you being racist towards the Geth again? Shame on you.
Actually, I think the one that said they weren't doing that was Edie. But as I said, I'm getting a choppier stream right now.
You know what,
I mean, it's just whatever. As I said, this is the last mission of the day. What the hell's shooting you?
I don't know, but I'm on fire, but...
Well, don't bother worrying about fixing my shit.
But I can fix it so easily. I know what the problem is. I just can't fucking get the input there. I just can't switch my fucking inputs over because my remote's being an asshole.
Okay, I guess if it's really quick and easy to do.
Okay, let's get that going. Boot it up again, and that should fix it.
Sure, don't forget the full screen and then do hide.
Oh, that time it worked.
You did it. So I don't know how you, at the very first time you always share it with me, I get like just the game, but anytime we have to do anything on your computer, we end up having to do that. And there is a difference that makes me know that you did it, because normally if I just get just the game, I don't have the red recording icon in the upper left. But if we have to go through Elgato and do this whole roundabout, then I get the red recording icon in the corner. So like right now, while the game is full screen and I don't see any of the other crap, I do see the red recording in the
yeah,
upper left corner.
I haven't figured out what the goddamn...
I don't mind it. But I don't understand how the first time you share it with me at the beginning of a night, it's always like perfect, and then from there we always have to do roundabout ways of getting back there.
I have no idea what where the difference lies, but yeah, maybe we'll figure it out eventually one day.
I was gonna say, I feel like I'd have to be on your end for me to ever figure it out, because for me it's just I visually see a difference, and that's it. So like, I literally can't learn what you're doing differently, because it's what happens when you activate the stream, and you know, I only get to see it after you activate the stream to me over Discord.
Well, to be fair, I say that we're going to eventually figure that out, but that's also not true, because most of our projects probably are going to go back to being streamed, which we don't need Elgato to do that. We're just, like I said when we started this, the only reason we're doing the suboptimal is because I had 360 copies of all 3 games.
Yeah.
And also because the 360 version is hilariously terrible. You remember that one moment where we got stymied by the invisible wall that was supposed to be a giant fire?
Yes! I do remember that, actually. You were really confused, and I was like, there's supposed to be fire there, Cat.
Damn it, stop being invisible and a bunch of jerks.
It's what the hunters do.
Stop hunting me, hunters. Invisible. Oh, we killed everybody. Cool.
Now get to the console.
And beat it up. Tell it that PC is better.
It is. Like, I mean, so I will say,
fuck you, console!
The farther, like, the newer and newer consoles get, the closer and closer they're getting to PCs.
Well, even the 8th...
At least there's that.
Well, even the 8th gen, that was basically what it was.
Right, but how do we get there? The Geth have sealed emergency bulkheads.
I mean, that's what people complain about, is that consoles have thrown away, like, the things that used to make consoles great.
Well...
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
That could work.
But
the Geth still have us.
And what about consoles other than they were on a TV made consoles so great? Like, I literally want to know.
Oh, co-op play, like couch co-op.
Oh yeah, that's moving because of the digital era. Yeah, that's fair.
If
I'm still a big fan of couch co-op. I like going to people's houses, sitting next to them, and playing shit.
It's couch co-op and the plug-and-play mentality, where you just have to set up a box and put a game in it, and that's it.
You haven't had to do... That's not been a thing for a long time now, though. Like...
Well, it kind of stopped being a thing around the 7th gen. It's still recently happened.
Because, like, the Wii had, like, menus you had to go through, so that was probably the earliest console I can think of that had that.
Well,
right, the Wii came out before, like, the 360 and stuff, I assume.
I was saying more like how you can't just put a game in and get going. Like, you have to, like, especially with the Xbone, you have to fucking wait for the whole game to install onto it, and that takes forever.
Oh, I thought you were saying, like, extra menu crap, and it's not just, you know, you put the game in, hit the on button, like back in the day, and it starts up.
Well, that's the reason why
there's a hunter on you.
Well, that's the reason why I still like the 360, is that for most titles, all you need to do is put the disc in, and the first option you get when you boot up the console is play game. Like,
there.
And then the updates aren't super bad. I think even with like a bad update cycle for a bad initial update for a 360 game, it's still gonna take less than like an hour, and maybe even less than a half hour. The updates are comparatively quick to the Xbone.
There. I was gonna say, if you have a good PC, and decent internet and stuff, I don't know, I feel like most games for me install in like under an hour. I feel like on average, it's probably around 20 to 30 minutes per game that I'm installing.
Okay, so we can't see the objective because it's that far south.
Well, it's because, you know, Geth like ladders. So it's...
Well, time to go exploit their weakness.
No, the weakness is they don't have windows. You've already exploited that weakness. That's how you got on board.
Well, I care deeply about the...
Tali, develop a strategy around their love of ladders.
Let me know if it's too quiet for you to sleep, and I'll find you someplace louder.
God damn it, you two! Get a fucking room! Edie doesn't need to see this shit.
Edie could care less. Or she's gonna actually help.
I love the fact that she's just like, yeah, I know, because I am the ship and I'm always there. She totally is like, yeah, I already knew about this shit. Like, stop being stupidly coy about it.
We didn't even do anything. We didn't have the sex yet.
Physical contact is how she worded it.
Well, fair enough. And we're just immediately back to business. Cause Shepard is a professional, goddammit. A professional at what? We'll never fucking know.
At this point, I'd call you a professional world saver, as you know, saved the entire galaxy, like, twice?
Inadvertent world saver.
And several random worlds on occasions. Don't
okay,
get rammed.
where are the enemies? Ow. What? That's not...
So
how is that
hear it rev up. You can rev it up. You're standing in like an energy thing that transfers energy across the ship. You can hear it rev up so you can get out of the damn way.
Sure. But it's not a... Is this powering up a gun?
No, he's stating that it's powering up... It's acting like a really big gun. That's this point.
Well, I got way more overwhelmed than I thought I would.
It's because you ran really forward next to a bunch of hunters, and hunters have shotguns.
Yep. That was a bad idea. Choosing the right squad to complement my strengths. I would like to have 2 Jacks, and that'll be my answer.
Jack is literally one of the best party members across the entire games mechanically.
Jack and Jack 2, the clone I legally made.
Oh, a character you personally didn't like all that much.
Well,
yeah, he's referring to the shockwaves as a big gun. Like, they are acting like a really big gun.
Mechanically, she was way better at the game than me, so I needed her around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, Yeah, I didn't like Jack in Mass Effect 2 because I think she was way too bitchy, but I kept her around because she was better than me at everything.
She turned out, you know, a lot better.
Yeah, when she eventually grew to care about something. I wonder when we're gonna meet Legion. Whatever happened to him? Hopefully he didn't get blown up on a planet somewhere. Left to rot. Where the heck is that guy who had the rocket launcher?
I think your guys took care of him.
Well, we're good. As long as the Geth don't show up. Oh. Well, didn't even give me a second.
I was gonna say, and the crap's still coming down. I mean, so the weird thing I want to point out, if a Geth sees you, all the Geth know where you are, meaning they can always send reinforcements really fast.
Well, that at least makes sense, considering
it's a computer,
Geth.
right? Essentially, the computer saw you, now the computer's telling all the other computers where you are. There is one behind you, I think. No, that's them. Well, maybe they took care of it now, or I don't know. Oh no, I think that one...
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's the one. I was like, why are you getting shot with rockets so close?
Damn it. The Geth, as difficult as they were back in the day. I'm gonna have to shore up my game because, this is gonna make the mission like twice as long.
Okay, good.
I mean, this hallway has to be 50 miles long.
It's not.
Shockwaves! That's a big gun!
Fudge.
We should be fine as long as we stay in cover. Here you get hit.
And the cover decides to be shitty, so I can't shoot out of it.
I mean, you can. You just need. You only can shoot certain areas. So, like, you know, there's cover on the left-hand side too.
I'm trying to
that
focus.
Cover is a little more straight focused.
I'm trying to focus on these goddamn twisty heads. Damn it, where's that guy who was shooting me? Where'd he go?
He's behind you. He's literally... I think there's two of them on you now.
Get out of my face! Damn it, why do I have to reload now? This is not helping. Well, any battle you walk away from, at least.
Yeah. Okay, well, one of them's behind you again because you didn't kill all the ones and then you approach forward.
Well, where is he?
I don't know. He's at some sort of distance from you. Careful where you stand. You know, if you look behind you, you can, you know.
Oh, he was literally right next to me. That would explain a lot. Damn it, I thought Edie and Tali would have been the perfect pair for this mission, but I probably should have brought a biotic with me.
Biotics are good, because the biotic abilities are all forms of CC.
I regret my decisions.
You have heals.
I got more Medite gel, but Jesus Christ, I didn't think I'd be taking this much damage.
Well, so one of the reasons why is you keep getting caught looking out of the cover when the wave comes, which immediately will tear out your entire shields.
Well, I'll keep an eye on that then. I thought I just had to be, like, on the cover. I didn't think it would affect me if I was peeking.
No, if you're peeking, you're out of the cover far enough to get hit by things, including that.
That guy didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Wave.
Oh, god damn it, they flanked me. I have no ammo, what?
Yeah, move to a different gun. Because you've been standing in the same spot, meaning you're not picking up ammo. Just switch to the pistol for now.
Get out of here, you idiot.
Just run up there. If you're, you know, the energy wave can't hit you as long as you're next to this wall.
Well, whatever. I'm sure he's fine.
In fact, it's probably advantageous to you to get up there for now.
Damn it.
There's a wave, by the way.
Also, ow. At least this game's all about the quick healing. Ah, god damn it.
Yeah, the guy
Die! Do more exploding, you fucking jerk. Good, I turned him into goo. The Geth are... They all know where I am, so I have to stay in the same spot this long.
Oh no, so you have that hallway behind you where that guy was? Go up and into that hallway.
Now let's bring out the sniper.
I think they're all dead.
I don't know, that box over there looks mighty fishy.
And you're gonna hit him by the thing.
Aw, crap, it's another ladder. Okay, everybody, we need to find me some ammo.
You almost walked up right into it. There's ammo.
Ow. Time to get in cover because apparently enemies are coming.
No, she said there's the maintenance lock, the thing you have to go to. There's no enemies.
I don't trust that electrical thing. I'm just gonna get caught by it. Yep.
Oh, here it comes.
Fucking called it.
It makes a very loud noise. Remember, you can run. Had you ran there, I think you could have closed the gap.
Just override this bullshit and get me out of here.
The main gun is offline.
Thank Christ. We're not gonna get Death Starred every time now. Oh, this looks interesting. It's all circular.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Run!
I want to move faster.
Oh, that's what they meant by lock.
Watch your shield. Stick to cover.
Well, as long as I'm not getting fraggled.
You're right. You're right.
I thought we were done with this.
Oh, you moved from one chamber to the next.
Oh, and this one's firing twice as fast. Great.
I mean, yeah, but there's a lot more cover.
Not really what I'm worried about.
You always pick the cover that covers your vision the most. Like, look where Tali's at. That's a much better cover.
Well, good for her.
Well, my point is you had to run past that cover to get to this one.
Well, that cover's in front of me. How did I run past it?
Well, you ran past the one he's at, I suppose, which is the one I'm thinking of. Which is, like, essentially the same, but just farther back. Here comes the wave. Here comes wave.
Oh my god. And they got variable timing, which is going to make this so much more fun.
You hear a very loud BOOM! Like a whole 2 seconds before it goes off. Here comes.
God damn it, a hunter snuck up behind me somehow. I thought there was a hunter up there. How to get down here? Also, how are you down here now?
That's the hunter that was up. He climbed down the ladder while you're shooting at the other one. Waves coming.
Crap.
You literally stood up the second the... It's
I
not
can shoot
an
up.
upper advantage.
I can shoot up. I can shoot all the enemies from here.
You can shoot a chunk, some of them. Waves coming. Oh, couldn't hit you there. I'm pretty sure it can still hit you up here, just not in that specific spot.
I know there's an enemy here. Where'd he go?
They might be a little farther down. Waves coming. Oh, maybe they can hit you while you're up there. Because that one looked like it should have hit you. But maybe you also ducked down fast enough for it.
Gotta focus on two whole things.
You really just have to shoot, and then when you hear the loud sound, get down. Waves coming.
Didn't re-engage fast enough.
That one that's glowing orange is hacked and fighting for you because of Tali's ability. So if you ever see one that's glowing orange, wave's coming. I was late on warning you for that one.
Well, I can't blame you for my incompetence.
I mean, I've been trying to warn you because, you know, I can hear it pretty well. I think you have to go to your left, actually. You won't get hit as long as you stay right where you are. Oh, never mind.
Nope, got hit anyway.
Yeah, up here to the right.
Perfect. At least it's away from the big gun.
Yeah, you're out of the gun can't hit you where you are right now.
And now to the third gun. Let's just make it 3 for 3.
No, I think that's the last of the mission. Maybe not though. I don't recall having to do multiple guns.
Well, there's probably going to be more mission, but I'm hoping that the gun part's over. Because that sucked.
Well, I feel like the gun part of the mission's supposed to be like the final gauntlet.
No, these guys got rocket launchers.
Yeah, but it's also cutscene.
Shepard, grab my hand.
Tali, hack the elevator to avoid this happening. Tali, you forgot to hack the elevator.
I'm alright. You know, she lended you a hand.
Well, I guess fair enough. Hey, Tali, how you like my pink armor?
You bet I was. You dying because the Geth overrode my hack? Think of my reputation.
Yeah, you were worried.
Tali.
The drive core shouldn't be far.
She's saving face.
Why do you need save face with me?
I mean, I think she's being sarcastic. I don't know. People don't like to admit feelings too, and you know, all the jazz. Or admit it to a certain degree.
Tali, embrace your feelings. You're a robot.
She's not a robot.
You're a bucket-faced robot. And I will have you.
She's not a robot.
And your weird 3-toed feet.
2-toed.
Are you a Draenei, Tali?
Her hands, no, because that would be a hoof then. Her hands have 3 digits. Her feet only have 2, I think.
So this thing is just the ship's core is a Reaper.
No,
it's Legion. Commander, help us.
Legion, why are you in the battery?
Shepard.
Also, how are you here?
Are being controlled by the Reaper signal.
Right.
Legion, have you been indoctrinated somehow?
Maybe it sided with the Reapers voluntarily, or maybe it's hacked.
Can I get more context to this?
You just have to. You have to. You know, whether or not you trust Legion. He did say, "Shepard, Commander, help us."
There's no way it would have agreed to this.
You're cautious.
I don't think agreeing with this is really on the table anymore.
So you gotta remember, some of the Geth went and turned to the.
Greetings, Edie. We did not expect you to gain license to operate a personal unit.
I never thought I'd.
Well, we didn't really give it license. It just kind of happened.
Likewise, Creator Zora.
So what is this thing?
I'm surprised that these things have respect for their actual creators.
They always call him Creator and then the name, or just Creator. Like even when you were talking to him in the last game, he was like Creators, the Creators, the Creators.
Remove the restraints. We are secured via hardware blocks nearby.
Are you being restrained? Why did they stick you in the battery anyway?
To keep you under control.
Yes. Used by organics, it is understandable.
Is this thing driving the Dreadnought?
I don't think so.
The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Okay, we're gonna have to fight another 100 Geth to make this happen.
So remember.
Be simple. The Geth protected them against viral attack, not physical removal.
How'd the Reapers get control of the Geth?
They did not. The creators attacked. The Geth wished to live. The old machines extended an offer.
So we went to that Geth station and...
Ooh. So it's actually the Quarian's fault.
Yeah, I thought I already said that though.
The signal is about to go offline.
This is Admiral Hangel. We're in your debt.
Hardware blocks offline. We are free.
No one bothered to fix Legion? still got a giant hole in his torso.
Yeah. If it didn't want to fix itself, and none of the other Geth saw a reason to fix it, then I guess they didn't fix it.
I figured the Geth would be like the Forsaken in Warcraft, where they could just be made of a bunch of parts, so when anything gets broken, they could just slap another part onto it. And there you go. Because that's what the Forsaken could do. You got your arm torn off, you could just get another one.
I mean, you probably can pair himself up a lot more.
Oh god damn, they said the elite Geth squad. I'm fucked. Oh no, and they started a gun in the core. Oh no. Why is the civilian fleet a part of the invasion force?
Because it's all hands on deck because they don't have all that many resources.
They have 50,000. They have 50,000 ships, but no resources.
I mean, a lot of those ships are civilian ships.
It's not exactly a Dunkirk operation, but whatever.
You gotta remember resources in terms of scale. Sure, they have 50,000 ships, but you want to know how big the Alliance Navy probably is?
2 million?
Like, really big. Yeah, I have no idea, but really big. I don't know if the game ever gives us a number, but like, you have to think, most races span multiple planets at this point. The Quarians have 0 planets.
Somehow I think the Quarians don't have any planets just because they didn't try hard enough.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm slightly interested to know why they didn't colonize, but I also assume they have, you know, weird restrictions to their race.
Oh yeah, they do have weird restrictions to their race. Well, this computer is being like the best cover ever.
Because of the
because they can't live in particular places, which are most places.
Well, right now, part of the reason they get so sick so easily, though, is because they've been on like super quarantined ships for 300 years, right? So that's part of it. Like their species ended up evolving to need the suit.
To become bucketheads.
Because, you know, filtered air systems and stuff kind of prevent...
I can't believe I actually ran out of ammo shooting a fucking Geth Prime. It's a fucking Geth Prime, it's not that tough.
What? Geth Prime is the strongest Geth unit.
I remember them being that tanky, though.
I mean, well, part of it is you were hitting the cover a lot over there because you're shooting across, like, everything in the room.
Oh my god, I actually hit the invisible enemy with this stupid thing.
And now he can't go invisible because they have to have shields to be invisible. Well, now he's dead, so that doesn't matter even more.
That doesn't really matter when I could blow them up in 2 grenades. God damn it, Edie, a keel stealer.
No, I mean, yeah, maybe she could. It takes 2 grenades to kill a basic unit right now. So if you stick it twice, move on to the next target and let it die.
Or I could just miss 3 times.
Yo.
That works too.
You're almost at ammo for this gun.
I can't believe I'm actually going to switch the stupid ass sniper rifle. I mean, look at this thing. Look how useless this is.
Trying to keep an eye. You probably walked past ammo that was someplace, but I have to keep an eye out.
We'll worry about the admirals later.
This sniper rifle is the worst gun to ever gun.
Well, I don't remember which one you have equipped. You might have the one that rapid fires to try to shoot quicker. And see if you can do it that way.
Damn it, I didn't magically pick up bullets from that. How dare they? I mean, we could fix the Geth, but that's kind of hard to, like...
Bullets too. Alright, you pick them up.
Does it really count as being invisible when your eyeball still shows Geth?
I don't think his eyeball was showing, but like, I mean, it might have, but, so like, does it count if your invisible effect has a shimmer? Like, you see? Geth Prime is the toughest unit.
Yeah, that's a pretty it's a pretty hefty shield they got. I mean, a big reason why I keep running out of bullets is the, like you were saying before, the whole, like, omniscient reporting of where I am.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something the game programmers actually programmed into the put tech ammo on the gun. I mean, it's getting close to being dead now, but...
Edie, I really wish you'd stop teleporting in front of me. It's kind of making it hard to shoot things.
That's not Edie. That's a decoy ability of Edie's.
I mean, I don't need to be the one decoyed, Edie. Why don't you put that in front of an enemy?
Where are you supposed to go right now? Are you just supposed to defend for now? I don't remember.
No, this isn't a defense mission. I probably just have to find where the objective is leading to. Yeah, I figured we'd be close to it.
Yeah, you just have to go. You just have to go talk to Legion again now that everybody's dead. But yeah, so anyway, essentially what happened is the Quarians betrayed you. They're not retreating. They're going on the attack now that the thing's disrupted.
Ah, they didn't listen to me. How dare they? Now I'm gonna have to blow up the Quarians.
And they're open fire on the thing you're in, by the way.
Oh wow, what a bunch of dicks.
Creator fleet is firing upon this vessel. Without barriers, this ship will be destroyed. We must evacuate.
We need to get to the...
Do you guys even have evacuation stuff? Since you don't have a self-preservation instinct?
I mean, they do. It's just for them. So I forget how he explains how they work.
Oh god damn it! Detour, go!
No, it was never. You never had to go that way. It was always a straight line. At least right now.
They're not responding because they're jerks.
We'll be right there.
I'll jump. I'll do a shepherd jump.
Can't do it. Right on the right-hand side where the gap's smaller.
Oh shit! I was destined to fail. No. Damn it, Shepard! Stop walking.
To the right.
I'm pressing the button.
Double time, people.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Turn to your left and look at it. So instead of doing dive rolls, you can.
Dodge roll. Dodge rolls will get us to safety. Yep, I'm fine. Hopefully the Corys don't intercept and try to shoot us.
I also want to point out the fact that Legion saved Tali in that cutscene.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, Legion... I don't think Legion really had anything against the Quarians at, like, any point. He was just kind of...
He claimed all the bad shit was done by a specific group of heretics.
Well, he was always like, yeah, the Quarians tried to kill us, but whatever. That's just the thing that they do. They don't like us, but I don't really care.
That was kind of his understanding of it, I think, or to some extent.
It's all pragmatism with him, which makes complete sense.
Yeah, and then his mentality was if attacked, you fight back because, you know, you don't want to die.
At least it makes a lot more sense than Miranda and Jack getting in each other's faces, and Miranda never let it go.
Well, it's just the game's mechanic. That's not, like, actually Miranda holding it against you. Like, you needed a set number of points in order to convince her, and then the game just, like, lets you have the option forever. And so because you never got the points, you never could.
Well, I'm gonna throw that in her face. She never buried the hatchet. Now she wants to talk to me? Really? Miranda? What's your agenda? What do you want?
We only lost Earth a few weeks back.
We haven't lost Earth yet.
We need help, Shepard.
Can you really understand the Quarians' agenda, Hackett? They tried to kill us!
I'll get it.
They also disagreed with the treaty. How dare they? Where do they get off?
I should charge you with treason.
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
And what of Shepard? And Tali Zora?
You're not within your authority to betray the treaties you signed.
No, they already did that before that. The thing those two are bitching about are them shooting at you.
Fuck you, I was on that ship.
The Dreadnought was a perfect target.
Punch him? Are you gonna punch him?
Well, of course I'm gonna punch him. He's being an asshole.
Get the hell off my ship.
Shepard, I understand you're angry.
If I didn't need your fleet...
He nearly got us killed, Ron.
You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
You said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had.
What?
Sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist.
Is he alive?
Thank you, Commander.
I don't recall. I think he spoke to him earlier this game, so maybe.
Yeah, he was one of the 3, wasn't he?
I think so.
Then he left and shit. What do you mean, we? You have other Geth with you?
Legion has always referred to itself with the we pronoun.
It. This is a fascinating prototype.
Yeah. That is not a prototype.
Yes, he is. He's a prototype unit.
How the hell is he a prototype?
I mean, so, and I'd argue by now they probably could have made more, but he is a one-of-a-kind special Geth unit. That's more...
Sure, I guess. I guess we're still technically fighting the Geth, and they're under Reaper control.
Understood, Commander.
So, you say you can help?
Yes.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false system.
Oh wait, we eliminated the Reaper signal already?
Yeah, that's what that ship was doing.
For short range direction.
Oh no, they are still being controlled.
Oh, okay.
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short range signal is in place, they will recover.
Kila, I need to warn the fleet. Then coordinate with Garrow.
Why aren't the fleet assuming that there are Geth on the planet? There should be Geth on the planet.
No.
Find it.
Understood. We do know the location of a server from which Geth fighter squadrons are controlled. The squadrons are targeting Creator life ships. Disabling them will limit casualties. We offer assistance.
Thanks.
He has to constantly reassure us because we can't trust him no matter what. How the heck did I get 9 Renegade points?
Punching the guy.
Geth recovered faster than we'd hoped.
Yeah, but that guy deserved it. Like, really, really bad.
Yeah, so my guess is you got a certain amount from punching him.
Well, I'm glad that worked out.
Indeed. I'm still double-checking any data it provides on the Reaper base, though. What do you need?
How's the heavy fleet doing?
It was our main military.
I'm really curious how you're gonna handle the situation between the Quarians and the Geth.
It's kind of hard when I like both characters, so I'm gonna have to pick a side. Or maybe I could do what Okabe did and find the third option myself.
I did say there was, 3 to 4 options to handling this problem.
I would assume the heavy fleet, considering it's called the Heavy Fleet.
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
No, that question was who has the largest fleet. The heavy fleet has the bigger ships. That doesn't necessarily mean it has the most ships.
Well, put all their ships together and they can probably make out having the biggest ships.
You're not worried?
You have unstable leaders, probably.
Interest in the Geth?
If she can save our people, she can do whatever she wants.
Okay, so she is unstable. That's good to know.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships.
Why do you have a civilian fleet here?
It survived his crash landing on Rannoch. In peacetime.
If he did it, do I command them now?
No. Our strength would even give the two.
I'm pretty sure I do.
See, there you go. They make up the bulk.
Tali said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts.
Okay, they do have the largest
Their
fleet.
military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far.
Which is why the Turians also stole our planet.
We jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
What the hell is a live ship?
Like ships people live on. Like houseboats.
Sure.
Houseboats, but
You've converted
spaceships.
them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrixon.
I'm pretty sure my shepherd would know literally nothing about space laws.
You are a military commander. You probably should know treaties.
Need be. I'll apologize.
I think Shepard is just making this up at this point. Do you remember this Treaty of Shubaladu?
First of all, you all have been arguing about this treaty the entire time they've been around today, so no, he's not making it up.
I thought this was a different treaty.
No, he just name dropped the treaty instead of just saying the treaty like everybody else has been
I'll
saying.
let you get back to work.
Thank you, Commander.
Quarians, why did you sign this treaty that restricts, like, everything that you do?
I don't remember the exact details of the treaty. There's probably a codex entry on it if we want to.
Well, at least we picked up a side quest. I found some numbers. Yep, those are some sexy numbers. What's up, Legion?
You say Geth fighters are targeting the Quarians' live ships?
Hostile Geth fighter squad.
Because anything in a war that you want to target the civilian ships that have the least priority instead of, I don't know, the military vessel that has the giant gun on it.
I mean, I will say there's a sense of logic to attacking, like, civilians that's absolutely horrible, but has a point. So, by attacking civilians, you are essentially horrifying and striking fear into the enemy.
You mentioned Geth heretics.
And if you do it enough, it you know, gets the people angry at their military for not handling the enemy, and can lead to, like, rebellions and stuff within the enemy's ranks that can prevent and make their, you know, shit not function. It's just super underhanded, which is why it's outlawed in war, and it's considered a war crime.
Yeah, I'd probably do it again.
I'm okay with thinning those numbers again.
You will likely have the opportunity to do so.
Hey, how you like the fact that you're losing your only planet?
The Geth were built.
I mean, where are the Geth gonna go now that they don't have a planet?
No, the Geth still have the planet right now.
Well, yeah, but what happens when they lose their planet?
Yes.
I mean, clearly the Quarians are gonna win this war. They have all the ships, and they just have the planet.
We do not have sufficient surplus hardware to save them all. Some programs could not be recovered.
Well, that's gonna be a pretty... I mean, you guys are robots, so you don't really have ethical things to worry about.
So, what he's talking about there is they have all the Geth consciousness, they're all, like, essentially saved in a cloud server.
I thought he just said that they didn't have the hardware capability to do that.
Not to do it again. It got blown up. Or it got damaged. They don't have the hardware to repair it. So it's partially damaged now, and they don't have everybody.
Even if the Reapers cost the Geth free will?
That is evidently an acceptable trade.
For what? They're not exactly super powerful.
He's saying he's saying that is a reason, evidently to enough Geth, a reasonable trade on the Geth side. The Geth to trade their free will for survival.
We planned for war.
So the Geth
Okey poke.
that the Reapers were coming back.
Of course.
That must have been nice.
I wish people would have believed me when I said things that are ridiculous, and then turned out to be true. Next thing I'm going to predict, we're going to crash the moon into the planet Earth.
Nope.
And they'll have to believe me because I was right about the Reapers. Oh, Tali, you want to go have the sexy times now?
Hopefully they'll give us a time.
That's not what I wanted to ask, Tali. Can we focus?
So how did you end up back with your fleet, Tali?
When the war started,
God damn it, I don't have access to the sexy option yet.
I had more recent contact with the Geth than most of my people. They offered to end my exile if I could help us.
Are you sure? Because some of your Quarians are like really old-ass war veterans.
I mean, she still has had a lot of,
How does
you
the
know,
war with
scientific
Get started
research and
anyway?
shit that she's done.
Admiral Zen developed a scanning countermeasure that interferes with...
I would extremely doubt in a society like this that Tali would somehow be the best mind that they've got on this subject.
It's not the best mind, but it's better to have more minds than to have one less mind that's really good.
Could we use it to fight the
Shepard saying
you
dumb
don't
shit
necessarily
things.
need the best mind.
Their AI lets them use extremely detailed LiDAR pings. Zen's countermeasure overwhelmed them with garbage data. And it's useless now that...
Okay, so you're DDoSing them.
How is it being back?
How does it feel being back with the people who hate you?
I know they only brought me back to help them, but I just want us to get out of this alive. Everything else can wait.
Well, there's the option I wanted.
I can't, Shepard. If we survive this, we'll have a homeworld.
I could use your help in bed.
Help your people's homeworld by fighting the Reapers.
I don't know. Maybe if I had the right incentive? No, that's not... My people need me here.
God damn it, she
That
has...
unlocked a new investigation. I don't think it did, but...
If you want to catch up in...
God damn it, you have your higher calling, and that doesn't include me.
She just reminded you to call her up to the cabin, though. So I'm almost positive you can call her up to your cabin.
Well, we'll do that, in
Next
either
time.
episode 7 or 8. Because, yeah, I think
Sure.
we're ready to call it.
I'm gonna leave you on a warning. There can be some really, really bad outcomes to this story mission.
Well, then we'll run into them dick first and fail.
So there is, you know, essentially I'd argue there's, you know, as you worded it, you know, you're trying to find the good one across the multiple bad ones.
God, this guy wrote us a fucking novel.
Oh, it's Malin.
Yeah, he's that crazy guy. Well, apparently he turned out alright.
He's the guy who was trying to make the cure of the genophage by experimenting on the Krogan and stuff, and he was the guy you went after in Morden's mission.
He went really far off the rails.
And then you have the option to spare him or let Morden kill him, and by sparing him, Morden told him to.
Coverage. They might even have the Solarians beat for strategic processing capability.
It's a shame that we lost all the Solarian members of the crew.
What? Oh, yeah, all one of them.
So now we can't keep tabs on them, and I forgot they existed.
Yeah, I'm really always bummed out by the lack of Solarians. Solarians are probably my favorite of the races. I like how... I think they're very interesting in the fact that they only live for 40 years, but they don't need that much sleep, and essentially everything in their life is super fast-paced. Is the kind of the mentality with them, right? They have a short lifespan, they don't need that much sleep, so, you know, they get more shit done with their days. They think really fast, they talk really fast, everything about them is blah, 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 like, you know, advancing as fast as possible, and moving on to the next generation already.
There, I got the best camera angle for my terrible hairdo.
Boom. Alright, and on that, I assume we're ending the stream on your terrible hairdo. This is gonna be our last screen.
Yep, we solved the we solved the genophage problem. We're gonna solve the Quarian problem, and also we're somehow gonna save the Geth at the same time.
Yes, we solved one of the galaxy's biggest things people were pissed off about and taking sides about and constantly arguing about. Now we're doing the whole Quarian versus Geth scenario, and gonna have to figure out how to fucking try to solve that.
Don't worry, Shepard is definitely gonna accident himself into the best option.
I'm actually hoping, I don't know for sure if based on stuff that happened in 2, if the best option's available to you. I think it is. Yeah, no, yeah. Tali mentioned it, so I know for sure. She was able to get you guys, you were able to get peace between the two. You didn't pick a side when they were arguing. Right? Remember in Mass Effect 2 where they were arguing towards the end of the game?
I don't think I picked a side. I
No,
can't
you
remember
didn't.
that well.
You didn't pick a side because I know this because Tali mentioned how you were able to talk peace into both of them. She already mentioned that in this game. And that's a prerequisite to get the best ending for this conflict. You have to have done that in 2.
But yeah, I mean, if this is going to be the one mission in the game with heavy consequences, then this is going to be pretty interesting for choice-wise, because I always bubble through all my choices.
There's heavy consequences to a lot of stuff. I mean, like, not curing the genophage is essentially dooming the Krogans to die out.
Well, yeah, but I couldn't do that. I was trying to get that done from, like, the second time I talked to Rex. That was ancient ago.
True. It was one of your highest priorities. Well, you've never actually fully took a stance for the most part, other than Geth were bad in the first game, and then you liked Legion and you liked Tali in the second game, so you essentially chose a neutral stance for this conflict.
And the only reason I put them together was because you were right, and that was one of the most funny missions in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
Was the Tali loyalty with Legion.
Yeah. I never did that because I did Tali's mission before I unlocked Legion, because you unlock Legion super late. And
yep.
I have to say, if there's one thing that I could probably change about Mass Effect and I got to choose, I think it would be that Legion gets to be unlocked earlier in Mass Effect 2 and you get to have more of him, because I feel like he's the least utilized and the least, like, time spent with out of every companion character in the entire franchise.
Well, that's because I think it could have been better if it was attached to a better race, but the problem with this franchise, this series, is that the Geth don't really get the opportunity to be like a peaceful race, so that we get to learn more about them. It's just like they're constantly getting themselves into wars, and we have to fight them.
Well, so it's interesting you say that because a couple of things. One, Legion is that window into them. It's just as stated. The problem is you don't get to look in the window very often or for very long, because in Mass Effect 2 you get them at the very end and stuff. Now you'll certainly get that window a lot more in this game than you did in the previous 2 games. But at the same time, the Geth aren't actually getting themselves into war that often, except for, I suppose, the first game. Which is, like, if Legion is to be believed, which I'll let you choose whether or not you believe Legion, the heretics, so essentially think Cerberus, but Geth, were responsible for the events of the first game, and not all Geth were responsible. And so, the only time they were the aggressors, which is the first game, that's the only time in the entire series so far that they've been the aggressors. Other than, I suppose, you could argue when they took their planet, but then there's also argument, well, the Quarians wanted to shut them off, so self-defense, blah, blah, blah. I feel like there's an arguable gray line there on who the aggressors were, and you'd have to, like, be there to see it, to know for sure who was the aggressors in the original scenario, but, the only aggressors of the Geth throughout the entire series have been an outlier group, similar to Cerberus. So are humans bad because Cerberus is bad, or is Cerberus just bad and there's some bad humans, just like there's some bad Geth?
Well, that's the problem, is that we're human, so we inherently get to see the human side of things. We don't get to really interact with the Geth as a race.
Right, and that's part of that problem, is the fact that you don't get Legion until, like, the very end of 2, so you don't get the window to look into the Geth that much in 2. You just get, like, a couple conversations with Legion, and then the game's over.
Yep.
I will tell you right here, right now, you are going to get a ton of stuff with the Geth, and hopefully a much better window. It won't be a perfect window, and you won't get as much as you've gotten on, like, basically everybody else still, but the next couple missions will do a lot to try to have you look at things from Geth's perspective, so that you can, pick your side, as you mentioned.
Well, if it's all just going to be through Legion, I mean, that's going to be inherently very limited, and I can't really see it from the Geth perspective if it's just from Legion.
It's not all from Legion, but Legion will be there to say stuff about it every single time. But it's not all from Legion's perspective.
So that'll be next episode. I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks. It'll depend on my schedule this time, but that's going to be an interesting time for the Mass Effect thingamabob. And I'll probably be able to talk about my new thing I'm going to be doing, which is watching Serial Experiments Lane, because that's a show that's only 13 episodes long.
Sounds good.
And it's supposed
Until
to be
next time, everybody.
Pretty trippy, so I'm going to enjoy where it goes. Yeah, thanks for joining.